on fucking external.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
SSD. Alrighty. So, while Sega's figuring his shit out, we'll just go over a little recap. There was a bit of ECR troubles as you guys were sent off on a jolly grand adventure. In doing so, you were required to gather some files or assets in which was necessary for the ECR to continue some kind of investigation of sorts. As such, Shio and Seg started how can we say, a distraction that went swiftly wrong and against their favor. An admin official tackled Shio from behind, taking him to the floor and pinning him, leaving him utterly useless against that of a commoner for comparison purposes. As Shio and Seg were dragged away, the good friends Iz and Anivia decided to camp out and do what they can to save their allies from this capture of sorts. While they were trapped within the admin's building all night until about 2 a.m., questioning began, an interrogation against Seg and Shio in two separate rooms across the building. Augusta, the Dean of Order, came by and, unnecessarily desiring, wishing to, or wanting to, had to burn a couple, we'll call them favors in the future, that she may no longer have access to in the event when, well, she needs it. She made that very clear to you, Shio, as she seethed and had you and Seg not speak a word until leaving the facility. As Iz reconvened with the group by landing on Shio's shoulder and discussing brief concerns and issues, Shio looks like a large blueberry. He's bloated, quite wide. It must have been that muffin you ate. As you guys waddle on down with Shio, all the way down to the manor, a letter is left on the gate by the ECR. Something along the lines: an utter failure, involvement of faculty, and capture of 2 members. From here on out, after the debriefing, when that does come to pass, you will attend the welcome ceremony, or orientation, as JP was able to fish out the word for us. Orientation for the 2nd year, which will be what is coming. We will start with you guys at the manor, safe, long rested, waking up to the next day. You guys have 1 day before the 2nd school year starts. The floor is yours.
We have 1 day.
Yes.
How many of my hamsters were killed by the hamster seals?
Give me
Can you kick me out? I gotta rejoin in.
Yeah. 1 second. All right, kicked you.
Sure.
You know what? I wouldn't. I mean, technically, you don't even know, so nothing's happened yet. Everything seems kosher, but give me an insight check to see whether or not it comes to mind of any odd concern.
It was like 16, and it's like, no.
You ignore it for whatever reasons. The hamster seals are still unknown in a sense. Anyone else? What are you guys doing this morning? As you guys wake up to another great day.
Just to
I'm gonna work
clarify,
in the garden.
the garden.
Shio, give me a perception check as you are getting dressed in your room. You're not sure if it is outside in the bush gardening, or if there's a peeping Tom trying to look through your window after you specifically requested such incidents not occur the night before. It seems as if either curiosity killed the cat or you are being paranoid.
I just stare at him, clicking the glass.
This is why I need to change with the curtains closed. And so I'm going to close those curtains after taking a look through the window.
All right. is ignored as the drapes are closed before you, and you can safely redress into whatever garments it is you wish without the eyes of Iz. Corinne.
Just to clarify, we've done everything we
Uh-huh.
need for our classes in
In
our
a sense,
school,
yeah,
right?
you guys, yeah. If there was anything, I would have told you.
Oh
Okay.
no, we still got to steal
But
the
did
documents.
you pack a pencil? You know, I mean, you didn't say you did. You know, those kind of things. Corinne, what would be your excuse for not being present during the ECR quest? What would you say you were doing in prep of school that pulled you away?
Probably getting a long lecture from Erroldoff about not contacting him when I originally contacted my dad, because that probably came back on him. He got mad at me, probably.
Okay.
So probably just getting chewed out by a Jin while y'all did crazy
Yeah.
stuff.
So yeah, that's your excuse. You hear that your group failed something for the ECR. Off to a grand start. You may inquire them for any questions, but yes, technically, you guys feel obligated to get this stuff, though no one has told you guys you had to continue. So at no point do you have to actually try to reacquire said assets. You already received the letter of failure, so you guys do understand that.
Letter of failure. That's never stopped us before. It's still not letting me join in.
Okay, let's see here. Is it saying someone's logged in already?
It won't let me select myself.
Okay.
So I'm assuming it says that.
Yeah, I might kick everybody. One second. If you refresh your page, it doesn't show up now.
Let me try again. Nope. Let me try closing it and reopening.
How's Seg doing?
He's here.
Oh, he's here. Oh, he's like.
I'm doing all right.
Well,
He lied. It wasn't a terabyte. It was only 400 gigabytes of Sims data.
Oh,
still
no.
about half.
Still too much. What about the base game? Added to the base game?
Actually, the base game is only like 12
16 gig. It's
gigabytes.
kind of small, yeah.
16,
dang.
yeah.
I thought a game like
Yeah,
that
you
would be
guys should
bigger.
all be getting kicked shortly.
Nope, still won't let me select myself.
No, like I'm actually shutting down the world.
We just got
Yeah.
kicked, so it's
The
not
world
should
has
be able to
ended.
wait.
And I
Our
have done it.
Our heroes failed.
Game over, man. TPK. You TPK the universe.
Just unplug and plug back in the universe. It's fine.
Yeah.
Did anyone try a restart? Okay, 1 second. Now, guys, try.
You guys started the first year.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
too far back.
Wiped.
Out.
With all we've learned now, we can fail in new and spectacular ways.
What's Horton doing here?
Hey, Horton, you want some drugs?
He took so many drugs.
Yeah, he did.
Let me know when you guys actually get loaded back in.
Aha.
Won't let me log in, but it's just a gray screen.
It's not loading up, huh? 1 second. Let me check some. The actual company was having issues this morning with their authentications. Let's see. That's just good. 1 second, beeps. It's all Iz's fault, but you know.
Well, this is true. I mean,
Oh. Let's see. It's not loading either. So 1 second, let me just do a hard crash on the world. Okay,
The world
now
is
you guys
crashing.
should try to. You guys should. If you refresh, it should not be found. It'll just say whoops. Let me know if that happens.
Whoops.
Yep, I got whoops.
Perfect. Okay.
Whoops.
I like how they have a fire in the server room.
This isn't
Yeah.
the server you're looking for.
Yeah. 1 second.
What kind of server room is this? It's got like a nice
Bar.
lunch table. Yeah, bar.
Honestly, it looks out of Skyrim on the right. Actually, I'm pretty sure that is a Skyrim screenshot.
I don't remember it. Lion
serve-
rampant in Skyrim.
I don't know those chandeliers.
That's what mods are for, man.
Yeah.
My
The
favorite
lion-
Skyrim mod was the tropical jungle, where it turned everything into a tropical jungle.
Oh yeah.
Pretty cool.
Thanks, global warming.
All right. Mine
All
loaded
right.
back up. Just give it a second.
I like the one where you could have multiple spouses. Oh wait, that was just the game.
that was the core feature. Core feature.
They know what their players want. I'm in, by the way.
Cool. I see you. Where we...
Hi, in. I'm JP.
I'm Iz's twin brother, Im.
I am now
in.
in.
Hey, it's loading. Yeah, I felt it was kind of slow when I first loaded in, but no, this was much quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks
this
for
is much
saying
better.
nothing the entire time, guys.
I mean, like sometimes, you know,
Well, you
like,
know how passive aggressive we are.
maybe I didn't do an update or.
No, I do like that idea. Maybe it was your fault. You know what? I'm totally okay with that story.
But now I know it was your fault.
I'm just gonna take the credit. I saved you.
It lasted a whole 2 seconds.
You know, it was a 10-minute ordeal. Anyways, you guys are back in the dorm discussing your day before the beginning of the second year. You guys do know that there is going to be a orientation in the Silver Quill Auditorium, which is an open door. I don't. Is it not called? Is it an auditorium even if it's outdoors, or is there another word for that?
Amphitheater.
Amphitheater.
Okay, it'll be in the amphitheater. I apologize. Otherwise, there's no real prepping that you guys need to do. Your classes and whatnot will be dished out to you guys the first thing tomorrow morning before you go to the assembly. And what I mean by that, it'll be the classes that you guys will be taking together, and then you guys will be off doing your own little things outside of that, in the sense of your specialties or what it is you pursue out otherwise. But in the sense of a core
We'll
group,
take classes on the main campus.
you guys, because just to get that out of the way, because you guys are ECR members, they have specifically arranged your guys' schedule to have one class in common at the very least, and then practicals, which is kind of like a PE.
They want to
Oh.
keep the troublemakers together.
Yeah, it's easier to keep one eye on us than like 8 of them.
Yep.
They have beholders for that, but yeah.
I'd love to meet the school beholder.
We will see when that
Ooh,
gets arranged.
Volo teach here.
Make the most paranoid teacher teach sports, the least predictable thing.
Oh, it'll be predictable when it's his game.
Yeah, we all die.
Not to mention, when one of us goofs up, they can punish all of us.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
accurate.
It's a bundle package. It just makes life easy for the teachers, is what we'll call them.
I don't know. I think some all-powerful god might find it a little easier.
Weird how these things happen. I don't know. Guys.
Oh, I gotta get my thing.
So,
I mean, we
what
just
is
have
it
to
you
get
guys
another
wish to do?
all-powerful one.
You guys can skip at any point into the next day. I just am giving you guys an opportunity to prep before tossing you in there.
Did we manage to make those potions over the 2 weeks?
Give me a medicine check at advantage.
Oh, thank goodness. Hey, these
Oh,
are
boy.
definitely potions, not potions of power word kill.
Yeah, don't add the red stuff.
So they were just healing potions, right? Or what
Yeah,
we
they were.
making?
I think there were greater healing potions that we were shooting for, right, guys? Or were they
forget.
just the healing potions?
I don't remember. All I remember is we wanted to test Iz's run
I'll say it's
faster
the next
drug
one up.
to see if it made me fly faster as well.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oops. Anything else you guys want to address? So you guys got, we'll say, a total of with the 19, a total of 5. Good production. There was a couple hiccups learning along the way, but 5 solid set of potions. And we'll make them the second. So what is that? Is that greater?
Yeah, greater.
Lesser is lesser? I don't know. Let me see. Something as simple as health pots, and we don't know.
I think greater is the second level, and then it's superior, I think. Or
There's healing greater, superior.
Oh, can you
It's
hear
gonna
me
be
now?
greater.
Jeez,
now
that
we
was.
can
Yeah,
hear
we
you.
can hear you.
Yeah,
I
I've
was
been
like,
talking
wondering
this
if
whole
before you were
time,
back.
and I was like, yeah, I was looking at my mic and it didn't show red, so I figured I wasn't muted. But I guess something's up where the light's not turning on.
Oh, bad.
We weren't hearing you before, but when you said, can we hear
No,
you?
I know. Yeah, like it was muted without giving me the visual. It was muted.
Oh, that's
So
really
I
weird.
was like, you sure you weren't making superior healing or supreme healing? And then I was like, nobody laughed at that joke.
Nobody's biting. Odd.
So I
Alright,
was
so you guys
like,
got
yeah, greater, and then
you guys got
I
5
was
greater
like,
healing. Easy peasy set and done in that aspect.
well, what do you guys think are the odds of the opening ceremonies or orientation getting like gate crashed by somebody?
I don't know. I think they're really souping up security.
That's the
So
best way to make a statement. You're like, I'll soup up your security as much as you want, but something still happened.
I guess I'd say there's probably a 40% chance.
no, in this school, probably, definitely.
So did we get fired from that club? Are we now free and clear?
No,
No,
they just
you guys are absolutely still in debt. You're still part of their crew.
I
they're
feel like
definitely
a
not gonna let us
child
go
soldier.
easy.
You feel like a what?
Is
A child soldier.
Oh,
technically
being
you
groomed.
are.
Technically, you guys are adults, so you guys totally came
I'm
here
not.
knowing that it was. Well, that's true. Technically, you are though. You're just a child at this moment, but your mind is.
Well, yes, every child soldier is technically.
Yeah, there's some exceptions. You know, we can't be held responsible for all the children in the fantasy world. Some slip through the cracks. Okay.
Well, do we want to like check the area for traps before we go to this stupid thing? Because I bet they're going to do another magical thing and what's it, and we're going to have to stop it, and we won't be ready. But if we go there now, we can stop it before it becomes an issue.
Let's go check out the
Yeah,
stadium.
we can
make
check the
sure-
route.
Yeah, the route, the whole stadium, everything.
Yeah, make sure that no one's already tampered with it.
Okay.
I get up and walk towards the door.
All right. You guys get up and head over to the stadium, back out in Silver Quilt area. In doing so, you guys probably come across 3 students. One of them is none other than Lorraine, but she's with 2 other individuals. One is a Loxodon, female in nature. She has this, well, obviously a very large, composure to her, though there's a bit more whimsicalness to them. Their like tail has this kind of flaring, ghastly, like gas lamp lights kind of going off. That's almost fairy in nature. There's like butterflies or like insect-like creatures floating around her. She has very like hippie, maybe gypsy robe-like clothing, and a little flower crown going on in her on top of her head. And they're just talking. as you guys begin to pass by, and then another individual that you guys don't know the name of walks by and doesn't necessarily look at you guys, but in passing looks over you all and then toward the others, and then you hear so it's three females basically, and you hear the odd one out call out toward Lorraine, going, Lorraine, can I have a word? And Lorraine just kind of welcomes her over, and she bustles past as she does. She's a human, like a human in race. She wears like a large trench coat, probably coming up to her like chin area, and then like a under blouse with like a bunch of leathers, like like leather adventuring gear underneath, and then a large kind of like billowed up, like I guess like a block of hair behind her. So it's like a ponytail, but it's like a ton of just like where you imagine her hair would probably reach the floor if it were not kind of tied up and wound up in this weird, massive ponytail like puff. And she heads off over. She stops right in front of you guys before crossing paths. Do you guys let her pass or do you pass first?
I'll be polite and let her pass.
The rest of you guys?
Yeah, I'm down to just be a nice guy. We got to be setting examples now.
I'm gonna be suspicious if they watch by.
Okay. Give me an insight check as they walk by.
Why is she always where we're always at? Is she following us, but in reverse time? I think she's a time traveler.
Something distracts you. You go way off base on your thought process there. But she's
dinosaur time traveling pterodactyls.
This unknown female recognizes you guys as waiting for her, and she's like, "Thank you. I have heard other things of your natures." And she just walks by, kind of like her chin up, almost as if she's stating that she did not expect such behavior. So, kudos to you all.
I mean,
we proved Lorraine's a liar.
Well, when
you guys continue onward.
Thank goodness I didn't find my mic in time. I was going to get in her way.
Well, you didn't find your mic in time. Unfortunate indeed, as you now stumble on your feet as she passes by, and you stumble right behind her as if you misjudged the distance in time it took to cross over, but she passes you first. Give me a performance check to see how you recover.
I think they expected us to come in like Team America.
I mean, don't you guys, like, all the time?
Well, yeah. Okay, so where should we look for all that stuff? Who's got sea magic?
Who the what?
Oh, I was asking everyone else.
Oh.
Anyone?
I don't know. I can't see magic, unfortunately.
Oh, I could have sworn someone could.
It was
But-
Kel.
I have detect magic. I also have detect good and evil, and a couple other things I can't see right now because it won't open my character sheet. Sad days.
Okay. Let's see.
Well, let's start looking around. Maybe
Who's
for
character sheet?
monsters hiding under the stage.
Does that get an issue?
Sex.
Oh
Your
yeah,
performance.
my foundry is just being weird.
You got a 16, so you played it off pretty cool. And
All right.
you do have detect magic. Why did you ask? Is Seg does have such a spell.
Oh, because we want to see if there's like evil magic item or something.
Gotcha. Okay. It's a 10-minute spell. It's like, do you want to have it up as you guys travel, or do you want to pull it up at a specific point?
I'll cast it. Let me see if it'll let me cast it. Oh wait, does that follow me around or is it a
It follows you. It's
locational
following
thing?
your person. It's 30 feet from you, and it lasts for 10 minutes.
Yes, although I don't have it prepared. I guess I could have prepared it before coming, but that's up to you, DM.
Well, you technically didn't prepare it, and I gave you guys that choice before leaving, so I'm gonna go ahead and say, unfortunately, not, since you knew already that you didn't prepare So you can still
Also,
add to it. Uh-huh.
can you pick me from Foundry? It's not letting me do anything.
You're actually
Like
not
it'll
even
bring
in here.
I'm not in there. Well, that would explain why I can't do anything.
Yeah.
Well, I'll try to get this figured out, and then I will be right back in Foundry.
Okay. We'll get back to you. Is unfortunately Seg is not prepared as he kind of thinks about it for a brief moment. He gives you the bad news. Anyone else?
Oh.
How do you guys wish to detect things or go about as you guys are traveling this path? Like, what are you guys specifically looking at, or etc. As you guys are you guys just walking it, seeing if you trigger anything, or are you guys walking and trying to stop or look for anything?
Oh, I'm gonna look under the stage, around the stage, that area.
I'm gonna look behind posters. Like try not to rip them, but
Okay.
trying to look behind them for like any magic symbols or anything like that.
Okay. So
I
we'll
definitely travel the
say.
perimeter.
I have a question with this blob
Uh-huh.
and it covering everything.
This ink blob is annoying me.
Yeah, this ink blob is it is a massive sheet covering the entire center of the stage before you. No, there's just nothing there. Imagine a empty sandbar on the floor, kind of like Coliseum vibe. It's just to hide what's actually going to be there for orientation. So you guys do see that's a stadium that probably sits about 1,500 easy. It's probably spans just about a mile and a half in one direction for the whole property, not the stadium itself. And going about it, you guys could break up into 2 teams or stay as a group. What do you guys want to do?
I can break up.
I don't think we should split the team.
In a huge stadium where we're kind of thinking maybe something might go wrong, we probably should stay together,
It's
actually.
a pretty big stadium, but it would take you guys all day to walk as a team, even at a fast pace, to cover the entire stadium. If you're trying to investigately get through this, what are you inciting or looking about?
If we've ever split up, it's never worked out for us. Maybe we should stay together.
Wise.
Yeah,
Nivea, what
I'm
are you
thinking
doing?
we spend our last day off doing this.
Yeah, that way when whatever it is happens, we're ready. Maybe
And
we
we
should
know the
plant our own
area
bomb.
better firsthand, you know?
Maybe we should hide spare weapons and stuff around just in case.
No,
We can
that's
find,
discriminating.
Yeah, hold on. Are we becoming the
Yeah, the
event
terrorist.
that
Yeah,
we are hoping?
let's stash the weapons. I like that idea. You guys are the ones planning.
But if we're ahead of the game, the terrorists won't be expecting it.
Or what if the
Will-
terrorists
You hear
come
this
later
coming
tonight
from
and take
Nivea.
our weapons?
Do you have any opinions, or what are you doing? Your mic might be acting up if you're talking and not talking.
well, I would imagine just kind of looking around to see if there's anything like suspiciously out of place, you know, like maybe maybe like
Maybe like
I can't think, like cargo out of place or something,
okay,
or
like a staging area.
yeah, like a staging area, and but that doesn't look quite right, maybe, or just like maybe some private rooms
So
just off to the side we can
immediately,
note.
as a group, Shio, you know that majority of the rooms are locked. However, you can open them. But do you make that known to the entire squad? Do you do it, or do you guys just can't open a door? Can't open a door.
I think if we can't open a door, we can't open a door. But if any of them, can I roll like insight to see if any are suspicious?
Door be
I will
suspicious.
allow an investigation with advantage as you guys are going through the Coliseum, the stadium, whatever it is, and searching through, I'll say, fairly. Majority of the doors locked seem to make sense. You know, some of them are just maintenance, some of them are just restrooms, and some of them are like just like little storage rooms with like basic supplies, things that, naturally you don't want just open and loose, like soaps and chlorine and all that other stuff that you would find in cleaning supplies, etc. When you get to the admin level, you notice that there are a bit more loosey goosey with the locks. It seems like a lot more doors open, a lot more people leave stuff out. It's obviously less secure, which is ironic because it's the admin area. But for the most part, everything seems to check out. Corin,
Suspicious. Everything seems to be in
oh,
order.
give me a. Let's give me a perception first. Let's see where that gets us.
Perception.
And has anyone heard from Anivia? Did we
Negative.
say he was going away? Did he? Maybe his mic's just messing up too.
Oh no, not Divya.
Oh, beautiful. That makes total sense. Anivia.
That's
Anivia. Okay. Well, Anivia, type what you're doing in the meantime. If you're flying somewhere, if you're with the team, if you're ahead of them, behind them, around them, 30 feet, etc. Just so I have a general idea where to place you in this area. Corinne, as you look around, you do hear as if there are, you couldn't say necessarily, employees, faculty, students, but there's someone else within the facility that you guys keep missing, it would seem. And for whatever reason, Anivia just, from the vantage point, give me an advantage with that, reroll that perception since you're in the air. But Corinne, you do hear people though you keep missing. Like obviously you guys are passing places that like they're below you, they're above you, whatever. But it sounds as if they're employees or something. It doesn't seem as if there's any kind of like smuggling of goods or sorts. It just seems as if like, there's another set of bodies walking around the place, which would make sense.
It sounds like there's still some stage hands, working around us.
For the most part, you guys have not found any oddities so far. No booby traps, no secrets. You guys are probably about halfway through, and so far everything's checked out. How do you wish to proceed?
Everything's looking good so far, which means we need to dig even deeper. Do we bring shovels?
No, it is. Do you have that augury spell?
Yeah.
Do you think you could see if tomorrow's gonna go well? Because I don't know if our group can handle another bad day.
Sure, but I'm not good at asking the question. What should I ask?
You should ask if violence is gonna happen tomorrow.
Violence always happens. Can you be a little bit more specific? Because the spell might be like, yeah, that shove action was
What about-
complete violence.
What about, will the event be interrupted?
No. Anyone can interrupt it. Guy walks in and goes, "Hey," that could be interrupting, like a late guy. No, I need more specificity.
What about
Are the Orcree planning something for tomorrow?
Ooh, that's pretty straight to the point.
Yeah, those are our main threats. So, yeah, let's ask that.
Let me double check the spell here. Make sure I'm not gonna.
Because
No, it's something I have to do.
The only thing that's available to you? I thought you had other shit. Weird.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. It was typed for the auto search. Just kidding. I was like, where did all your stuff go?
Oh yeah.
Let's see here.
No, I was looking at Augury just to find it. Yeah. Another thing, I can only do that like 30 minutes in advance. Not really next day.
oh,
Let me look see if I got anything else.
you have divination, don't you?
I
thought you said you took that one.
Oh, I do. Yeah, good call. I'm glad you know me better than I know me.
I just remembered you mentioned it. I didn't know if you actually had it. I was just hoping.
Single question. Yeah, I can ask a simple question. I can do that. Might be better done back at the what is that called? The mansion, though.
Guess that's true, but Do we want to stop now? I mean, we haven't investigated the full place yet.
I never want to stop. We don't even need to sleep. We could be here the whole night.
Let's not do that. Go that far. Let's see what the divination says. Well,
Yeah, well, all right. Well, what should I ask for a specific event? Like we're gonna get boned tomorrow.
The orcry one was the like if is the orcry going to interrupt the event? I think is what and Seg said.
Okay.
yeah, or
Well,
do the orcry have plans for tomorrow? Because even if it doesn't affect the event, we could still warn the council or something.
I wouldn't use the words plans because they plan lunch too.
That's true.
Okay.
So,
I'll see what
are
I
you
can do.
guys- What are you guys doing right now? Are you guys abandoning the rest of the search, or are you finishing through?
You guys keep searching. I gotta prep a ritual.
So you're gonna cast it here at the stadium, correct?
Yeah, unless they're willing to wait, then I'll do it back over.
Yeah, we could wait just to
So-
see what we find on our own.
Okay. I got all the stuff back there anyway.
Cool.
In fact, if you want to search, I'll go back and do it now.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't let you go alone, though. We don't know who could be watching. Anivia, do you want to go back with Iz?
Yeah, I can.
Oh, there. Okay, there we go. And if
Perfect.
you,
Now we don't have to
you wanna
worry.
babysit is that what's going on?
That's fine. If they want me to. That's fine.
I gotta go back and prepare spells anyways. I could go with his.
Okay. So then,
Yeah.
do you both of you want to go back, or
Who's going back?
yeah, who's going back? I don't mind who.
Just not everyone.
I am going back. I gotta prepare spells. The spells I've prepared are not gonna help us.
Anivia, are you staying?
I guess so.
All right. So second is break. You guys head back. Corinne, Anivia, Shio. How do you guys approach the second half? Less people, more work. Any of you can fly, which has been at your advantage this entire time in between moving from floor to floor, etc. If you guys don't split up, this will take a bit longer than scheduled.
I'm not falling into your trap. I'm not splitting up.
Yeah, we're not splitting up.
I'm just being honest about your guys' management of time. I'm not doing nothing.
No.
Dean's never doing nothing.
I would. I'd say we would. Why don't we just give it like maybe a like a quicker look around, like maybe not quite as much strenuous, since we have a fallback plan and we haven't really come across anything quite as dangerous yet. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's make sure to definitely take a close look at the stage and the stands, like the seats. But everything else, I guess we could do slower once over. Like, make sure to look at the doors closely. Key points.
So, excuse me. We have 3 checks. You guys decide which one you're each doing: perception, insight, and investigation.
I mean, I'm
Someone
pretty
look
good at
at-
perception.
Someone
I
look at
think.
my character sheet and tell me which one I'm doing.
It was
Investigation's
perception,
your best.
insight.
Alright, I guess investigation then.
All right, so Anivia will do investigation.
I'm pretty good at perception.
And then
Got
I'll
that
do
keen
insight
elf
then.
eye.
I have pretty much +1 to all the 3, so whichever one is left. So insight.
I
Investigation.
know
so
that I had like -1 to
sorry.
pretty much everything. So.
Insight, Shio. So it would be Corinne for perception, Anivia for investigation, and Shio for insight.
Can you roll for me? Yeah.
Yeah. I got you.
No, rolled just barely over.
I got a 19 for a 12 for Anivia, a 19 for Corinne, and a 4 for Shio. Now, you guys get to decide who takes what. Who's checking the stage, who's checking the bleachers, and who's checking the entry.
I'll check the stage.
I guess I'm doing the bleachers because I'm a high, right? Those are high,
I
right?
mean, yeah, pretty much.
And I'll get the last one.
Entry.
I didn't hear what the third one was. I couldn't
It's just like
remember.
the entry, like
Doors.
the main.
Oh, the
entrance.
entryways and stuff.
Like
Yeah.
the arc, like the walk-in tunnel kind of thing, and all that.
Yeah, that way there's not like any magic spell to override and lock us in and massacre all of us who can't fly.
Okay.
Which at this point I think is half the school can fly.
Shio, you look at that stage and it's big. It's a lot of work. And all of a sudden you feel like you don't want to work as hard. Something tells you that looking at it looks like it's pretty good. You've just got this gut feeling everything's okay on that stage. Corinne, you head to the door and you look at this large overarching area, and you do notice that there seems to be two parts along the right-hand side of the wall, tunnel, so to speak, where there's like gorge marks or like some kind of very hard item stabbed or brushed against it in a very aggressive manner at one point or another. You can't say if it's been recent or not, but otherwise there's pretty much nothing odd within this entryway other than those markings, which lead into the stadium, not out.
And you said there were heart marks?
No, like tusks, like
Gouging.
gore, like gouges, like
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay.
some kind of horned creature of
I was
sorts.
real confused. I was like, well, at first I thought he said they were hearts, and then he was like gouged dangerously into the thing. I was like, well, that's giving me some odd conflicting information.
The tough love.
Yep, good stuff. Anivia, with your 12. As you fly high and go across, you see two things point out to you. Both of them across different locations in the stands. No significance. If I had a little marking, I'll say, excuse me. Probably one over here, and then I don't even know if you can see that. So 1 second, let me draw a little blob thing. Say one like around here, and then another one like around here. And they're just shiny things. Could be like a earring or anything. It depends if you want to investigate further. Whoops. So
I'm
Yeah.
I'm sorry we
Any
made you
sorts of
come
things.
up with this for
Yeah,
us.
sure. I will investigate further.
All right. At both of them or one of them?
Both of them.
Okay. The one on the left-hand side of the stadium in the visual aspect here, you see as you fly down that it looks to be nothing but a hairpin. However, the hairpin does belong to someone specific. You know this hairpin. As you stare at it, you pick it up and you recognize immediately with the initials L. The other part seems to be scratched out, but you could imagine who it really belonged to was Lorraine.
Latrine. Okay. I pocket it.
Suspicious.
All right. And then you go to the next spot. In doing so, this is more like a small little vial of sorts. It is empty. Upon picking it up, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Yes, please do that.
Oops. Yeah, you're not going to intimidate the vial. Okay. Here we go. 13. It's empty. You go to smell, and a big breeze comes by. It's hard to say, but do you pocket it just for evidential purposes?
Yep. Does it got like a cork that can be capped?
Not in the immediate vicinity, but you imagine it did at one point or another.
Alright, I'll wrap it in something. I don't know. Just not letting it like spill out, whatever. Yeah. There's remnants in there?
No, there's nothing inside of it, but you try to smell just to get like an idea, and the wind disturbed your senses briefly. Nothing seemed to come off of it.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'll just put it in my bag, yep.
Got it. As you guys all meet up
Roll initiative.
at the center of the stage, the ground shakes and rumbles. As you guys all look to the entry, you see what looks to be a press, and like an automaton machine that's rolling through and is like scraping at the ground.
Oh, where I just looked.
Yeah, kind of like coming in, kind of like they're smoothing out the gravel and sand at your feet to prepare it for tomorrow's presentation. And then you hear the driver of sorts, an older, I don't know if you guys don't know. So a older kind of like bluish individual that has the size of a goblin but the body of a halfling, and he's just like, you all aren't supposed to be out here on the floor. Were you cleaning the bleachers?
Oh, we're just getting a look around. Nice to see
Yeah.
what's going on beforehand.
Yes, yes, lots of preparations. Do you mind clearing the ground area? I'd rather not smush you in the process.
How
No,
tall is
See the
absolutely.
this machine?
flattener kind of grinding up to kind of continue its course.
How tall is this machine?
It's probably about like 7.5 feet.
I'll land on it.
Okay, you perch on top of it, and he just pokes his head out, and he's just like, excuse me, no roosting. And you just feel this vibration as you're like holding on.
Hopefully some of my beard's coming out.
Do you stay on, or do you guys depart?
I think we should go, guys.
Yeah, we should head back. Maybe see what is found out.
Alright, well, if I see them leaving, I'll leave.
As you guys leave, you see that same female individual walking right past you guys, entering the stadium. Hello. She obviously recognizes you and continues. Do you guys do anything?
I just make a note.
Wait, latrine, Hendrik?
Mm-mm. The other human,
Oh, okay.
the one with the trench coat that called for Lorene's attention.
You guys think I should stealth around and watch what she does? Question mark.
It's up to Shio and
Uh,
Lorraine.
I don't know. Do you think that'd be a good idea, Shio?
Have them go sneak. Sorry, what was the thing? It cut out briefly for me.
I was gonna stealth around and follow her.
Yeah. None of us can do that but you. So it'd be helpful.
Alright, I do that. I accept my mission.
Okay. Let's start with the stealth check. Do you need me to roll?
At advantage, yeah.
Oh yeah, 23. You with silence just disappear like Batman. In your pursuit for this individual, you see that there's 3 corridors ahead of you. You lean into your skills. Do you have keen senses? Oh, they don't give you keen senses, huh?
I don't think so, no. I'd have to verify, but I don't think so.
I don't see anything yet. Okay. Then
Really good dark vision.
I'll give you perception at advantage because you hear an echo. Nat 20, nice. Nat 20 coming in for that save on a 4. You hear their shoe steps ta-da, 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 happening ahead of you. Probably about, I'd say, 20 feet or so. As you head down, you see that it curves to the left, and you follow it down the tunnel. It seems to open out into bright light. However, this is not the same stadium arena area in which you guys were just in, which was the main area. You guys must have missed this ushering out. As you see here, step into the center of it. Do you hold position in the tunnel, or do you position yourself elsewhere?
Is there some place in the like an offshoot that I can hide in?
There is probably about 15 feet up. Getting in is easy. Getting out might not be the same. Like in the sense of like you might have to roll again, but otherwise, I'd let you carry on into getting in if you wish.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. You go into an offshoot and you kind of find yourself in this crevice and cavity, and you listen. You hear her voice. Tracy? Tracy? Where are you, girl? Ugh. Tracy, please, just can you? And then immediately you hear just like this, and you see the saliva just drip, and this like little, I'd say like a decent sized pool of saliva just landing probably 10 feet from you, not in your direction so to speak, but they seem to be hanging up on top of like there's like these little like cage bars. It's not a cage, it's it's still open aired, but there's like this like jungle gym or sorts as you look up, and you don't see the said creature, but you see this pool drip from that location, and it has like a little pocket for one to lay in, kind of like a little hidey hole. Do you do anything, or do you hold position?
I don't see it.
Like you see the drool that came out, and it's like in the shadows. So if you saw like the glint of its eyes, you see that, but you don't see the actual creature yet from where you are.
Here, I'll hold position.
Okay. Tracy, it doesn't have to be so complicated. If you just calm down, I can provide you your needs, and I will get mine. And then you see this like spat, kind of like this like wad of saliva that has this green kind of liveliness to it, just hurling down, and you see you're quickly sidestep. Then you see the first time what looks to be like this claw that at first you didn't realize was part of any of this creature. You thought that was part of the platform, and then as you see it move, it drags across, and you just hear like a into the darkness. Whatever or wherever it is holding its entire body does not seem to fathom the amount of size that you see available above. The arm alone probably should have taken up whatever space is present above you. Do you continue to hold?
Like it's coming down.
It's not. No, it's like dragged. Unbeknownst to you at the time, its hand was already laid out, and now it's like it retracted its hand into its like hole.
I'll hold.
You hold. Okay. You see, as this individual, this woman, comes forward, and she's just like, Tracy, can you just help me understand what it is you need? I don't want to have to be your handler much longer, but I can't replace anyone if you don't teach me anything. And then you just hear like another kind of spattering. Tracy, that's just clearly not going to work. I don't. Do you speak deep speech by chance?
No.
Okay. That is unbeknownst to you, this guttering sound would be the sounds of deep speech, as she just talks back in common. Tracy, you understand that in order for any of us to benefit here, you have to work with us. That's why you're here. You then see what looks to be this hand is actually a tentacle, as you see it just hang out and hang over kind of like the edge, and it's just like, and it's acting as if it's like a eye, though there is no eyeball or sense to it. It's just kind of like an open suction, and it's just like just kind of sniffing the air. And then you hear her continue, yes, I brought you a treat. I figured, if anything, it might convince you to be a bit more cooperative. What do you say? You then see the tentacle extend out to the floor, slither up to where she is, and she drops like this small parcel, and you see just, and then it retracts back into this shadow. And then, what do you do, sir? Do you hold your position?
Yep.
Give me a perception check.
Oh damn! Back to back. Nat 20s.
Killing it, killing it, killing it. You, sir.
Man, you're gonna dig too deep and discover the evil, nasty truth.
I have no fucking clue what this is, but give me 1 second to drop it up for you guys to see. You see coming out of this darkness from like upside down, sticking out its head, and then the tendrils, multiple, probably about 7 to 8 of them, extending out, and then there's just massive maw poke out from this little black abyss that is up there in the little rafter area. It's just like, and you just see like
That's
these pools of
horrifying.
saliva dropping below as it speaks. Say it again.
I just said that's horrifying.
Anivia, you know in your current situation, you are fast enough to move. You will be seen. What they see is based off of a stealth check, unless you have any other approach you wish to take. You might be as swift as a blur, or slow enough to get an understanding that you might be an Alkin of sorts. How do you wish to proceed?
He wants to proceed with Nat 20 stealth.
He's got 2. Is he thinking? Oh, mist form. Ooh.
Too
I don't get how it
good.
says moving in this form causes you to teleport. Like, what does that mean? Like, are you
It
teleporting
says
and
I
taking 5 feet
teleport
at a
my
time?
max. No, at my maximum
So
speed.
your bat just blinks from one point to another?
Yeah. 30 feet at a time. Pew, pew.
The way
It's like
I read it,
it's
it's
like
just
Misty
right when
step,
you
right?
start it,
Yeah,
it
that's what it sounds like.
does that teleport, and then you just
You
are
turn to a
your.
bat. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it
but then it
increases
says
your
this.
base movement speed by 15, so I'm actually at 45.
Okay. Okay. You teleport 30 feet down the hall and into a bat. The bat, it does not have the silent feature in which you do, so I will allow you to make me a stealth check. You know, that's a tough one, because if you're polymorphing into a bat, in a sense, do you keep your stats or roll the bats?
I mean, what do I
It
need
says you
stats for?
shapeshift into a bat, like for like your checks. Like if you were doing a stealth check or something, you're technically not in your form. You're in the bat's form, which doesn't have the same aerodynamics and stealth benefactors. And it specifies that you shapeshift into a bat. So if a druid shapeshifts into a creature, do they take their stats or the creatures? I guess is the question I'm asking.
I mean, I think they take the creatures technically, but
I mean, I allow like your intelligence and etc., but I feel like your physical capabilities would also change. Like just in that aspect, if that makes sense. Your speed is fast, but I wouldn't say that your maneuverability is the same. But how do you want to roll it? What do you think is fair, since it's a skill that you have and this is the first time? So I haven't considered how to handle it.
I mean, is my bat still wearing my hooded fucking bullshit? I mean,
Shape-shifting, everything absorbs into your body. So technically no gear is being worn at the time.
I mean, that's up to you. Your call. I'm not gonna make this call because you know how I'd call it. In my advantage.
I'll let you roll off your stats, but you don't get the advantage because you're not in your Alkin form. But
No,
you still have the
well,
plus
no,
11.
I wouldn't get the advantage because I wouldn't have my hood anymore.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So then since that's absorbed in that sense, and then now the concentration aspect. Now it does specify immune to all forms of damage. That does not keep you safe from any forms of saving throws. Is that agreed?
What do you mean?
Like if it's a saving throw that is in the sense of like psychic damage, or if it's basically like a boulder. No, that would be a tough one because your misform would avoid it. But like in a sense of a psionic
I mean, if
attack.
they're trying to do a psychic damage, it's still damage.
But then how would you avoid it if you fail a saving throw? You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Is
I
that
wouldn't have to. That's what I'm saying. I'm immune to all forms of damage. I wouldn't have to do a saving throw.
That seems a little busted. We're gonna have to talk about that one. Because you can hold on to concentration for an hour. Like you're basically locking your mind and holding on to it, but even though you're limited,
Because
that
like
means
they
nothing
said,
can
like
carry you or touch you.
I'm in a mist form, just like a vampire would be if they leave.
But there's still ways of contacting it, I guess, is what I'm getting at. You know, like I wouldn't go as like a magical weapon just goes right through it every time. You know, things like that in that aspect, to be fair. But we'll talk about it. For now, you're good.
Well, every time you have to get hit, you do have to roll a concentration, right?
Well, that's the thing, is that it says he's immune to damage, but technically getting hit is not damage in all senses. But we'll jump that bridge when we get there. At the moment, that won't happen. But you blink 30 feet back into the hall, into the tunnel. Go ahead and give me a stealth check. You quietly start flapping your little wings and dart down. You do know the way out. As you continue to do so, you hear briefly in your mind like a uttered gurgle, just like a, and then right as you break distance, it snaps. You have no idea what it's saying. It was literally just a sense of communication. Otherwise, you're out. What do you do?
So we were just checking this to check this. Like nobody told us to check this, right?
Yeah, no one told you guys to check this. You just started going over there because you guys wanted to be superheroes, and then you guys decided to follow a stranger and see a creature. Well, you did at least. So it depends how you translate that to the group.
Seems like something beyond group.
Going straight to the cops with this one.
I think I kind of have to.
Do you at least reconvene with Corinne and Chio as you exit? They have no idea that you're back.
I'm sure I can keep up with them, and I can just transform back.
Okay, so you just catch up, and then do you transform back, or do you hold your form at all? You can communicate in
Yeah, I transform back. I wouldn't stay in this form because I'm still hiding who I am from people in my group.
You pop back into yourself before you even make paste back to them, and as you arrive in silence, Shio, Corinne, what are you two gossiping about minutes before Nevia's arrival?
So he just like fades out into non-existence when he leaves, right? That's kind of crazy.
Time he stepped into a shadow and just like dropped. I'm not really sure how it works. I don't know. He just does that stuff.
That's crazy, man.
But anyway, how's your vole hunting going?
You guys have not gotten there yet. You guys are still walking back as Anivia's catching up.
Oh, right. Sorry. I was looking at the screen and I just saw. Anyway, I really hope tomorrow just can be a normal day. I want to be a normal student for once. I'm tired of almost dying.
I don't think that's how the school works, my friend.
Yeah, but maybe just once.
Even if everything goes right, I bet they'll have some kind of crazy thing that they'll make us overcome with our skill and magic and knowledge or whatever.
That's true. See, if it's a school test, it's fine. If it's like a terrorist squad wanting to murder us, pass.
But what if they turned that into a test? I wouldn't put it past these people.
Anivia, you arrive. But you guys continue.
You're gonna give me a heart attack one day. All these what ifs. It's like when he drinks espresso.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is kind of scary to think about it, but kind of want to be still yourself for the eventuality.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely prepared. Bringing good old Hector with me into battle.
Unbeknownst to you guys, a shadow casts over. The two of you quickly, briefly, and then to your side is Anivia.
Do we spot any like lakes or not lakes, but like ponds or anything?
Sure. We'll say that there's two because there's one at the quad, and then there's probably a handful along the way. What's your intentions?
Corinne, you wanna make a bet?
Unfortunately, I don't have much to bet with, but sure. What do you need? What's striking your fancy?
Well, if you can't pay in gold, that's fine. I mean, I could always use help with spell work or whatnot. But what do you say? The first person to get to the other side of the pond wins. The favor, like a favor from the other.
Am I allowed in this?
I mean, you're standing there.
I don't. Did you turn back into from your
Yeah.
bat form?
Yeah, they are.
Oh!
In their back. They arrive full.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No flying. It has to be running. Because I know how fast you are, Anivia.
Oh, you're putting stipulations on this now?
Why not? Scared?
How far away is it?
Maybe 100-yard dash.
I mean, yeah, I'll do it. I'll chain me some teleports, man.
All right.
You guys all want in? So no flying was the only condition, to my understanding.
No flying.
On your marks, get set, go. You three roll me initiative. All right.
Well, I can make it in one turn.
Anivia, before they even get a chance, you dash off.
Fight.
As you dash off across. Corinne, what would you be doing right after? Like they're on the jet fuel. How do you follow?
Would immediately face step 30%, and then 30 feet, and then dash, and then every time I have a chance, I'll do another face step.
And
another 30 feet.
What's the condition?
I mean, I could do it 3 times. It's a bonus action, so I don't know how you want to.
Gotcha. No, that's fine. All right. So you face step. So you're already up to what's your full distance? So you're at 60 feet.
So I can do 90 if you let me do all 3.
90. Yeah. Okay. You're at 90 feet. You're almost there. You're 10 feet away from meeting the finish line. Shio, this is not what you saw coming. What do you do?
Shio
120, so.
is going to use his Misty Step to teleport as far across the lake as he can, and use his Ring of Water Walk to run the rest of the way, to like dash the rest of the way. Which should cut down the distance, I'd say.
Give me an intelligence check.
Oh, I do have a question about that. Sorry, real quick on movement.
Yeah.
Like I can bonus action dash. Does that mean I can also action dash?
No.
Can I dash twice?
Is actually, technically, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay, so I could go 180
theoretically,
feet.
yeah, you could, because it's both requirements. Shield, you
one turn.
pop over on the water and immediately get quickly turned around as you start losing some distance, and you turn around and then you try to catch back up. You're at 70 feet. You're 30 feet away, sir, as Corinne phases. Boom. And you know what? Let's see. The two of you. Let's see what happens. Who gets the highest initiative? Corinne gets a high again. 9 against your 6. Corinne, you phase over. You pass. Shio, you come in, catching up. A bit of a pacer there for you, sir. How do you approach your losing?
It was a lot of fun. I mean, I just did it to have fun.
All right, you owe.
That's what summer's all about.
Question: was it only the winner got a favor from both of them, or the winner got a favor from Shio?
The winner got a favor from both of us.
All right, so Anivia has 2 favors that he can cash in on you guys. Dun, 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 dun.
babysitting.
Join us next week for Corinne and Shio babysit the hamsters. Spoiler, they burn down Iz's bush.
No.
Is that sage in the air? Is.
Yeah. When you're like race, I was like, it's that's free.
Yeah, it was just to have fun. Mix stuff up.
I had a feeling you had much more sinister plans for me.
I honestly didn't. I just didn't know what to do. I don't know you that
As
well.
You guys arrive. You're going through a phase, a moment, an experience that I'm gonna pull you to.
Yeah.
Let me know when you arrive. Are you there, sir?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. No, yeah, I meant like you're on the screen.
Oh yeah, I'm on stream.
Gotcha. You ask this question. Go ahead and ask it aloud.
Will people attending the orientation be in danger tomorrow? And then I cast a spell.
Instead of it just being a oh and ah of verbal sense, you get this connection, just like that takes you out of your immediate body experience, and you feel as if you are placed in a setting. You see war and outrage. You see large creatures and giants fighting other humanoids and wizards, and then up ahead you see two powers that are about to collide: fire and water. And in the center of it, something of a purple miasma standing taller than anything else, a gargantuan or even bigger than that. A Terrasqua would be in the shadows of this thing. And it looks to be the overseer looking over the entire valley of war, in which is almost desolate now. As you look closely, you do see 3 students before you. One of them, their face just enough showing for you to maybe recognize them otherwise. Go ahead and give me a history check, please.
Yeah. Oh.
That is the individual that you guys let pass you at the quad. This female. What is she doing here? And where is this place? Then you see almost like a snap, like a change and paste, and it immediately goes to the stadium in which you guys were at. And then you get this kind of calling to you as if many things will happen. Which one is unknown?
All right. After that, I'm gonna go back up there. Oh, guys, we're
You guys discuss that real
doomed.
quick. I'm gonna go check on my kid. So go ahead and team talk.
Is calm down. Come on. Do you want to race around the lake with us?
No, I want to talk about how doomed we are.
Wait, we're doomed?
If he was really slow, you'd probably win.
No.
You barely got in front of me with your teleportation.
I don't know.
Well,
Sure,
yeah,
you're
but
pretty
you only
slow.
got one teleport.
Wait, you guys had a foot race? Ah.
Sorry,
You
it's
know-
next time.
You know I can't run. I got short legs.
Yeah, and the rule was no flying.
Well, then I don't even know why I'd attend.
But anyway, doomed.
Oh, yeah, I almost forgot about that. Yeah, so we're doomed.
That's not good.
So,
The Orkney's gonna
I-
happen.
No, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, so I cast a spell, and then it showed me a visions of a battlefield with a giant monstrosity. I would say maybe about 100 meters high, overlooking a battlefield, and there was this like student. I think I'm gonna go ahead and give her the description, so anyone who saw her might draw that conclusion. Yeah.
Let's roll insight.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll roll this insight.
I mean, he's not technically here, and I don't know who actually. But yeah. So Then it went to the what is that called? Orientation tomorrow, and there was like huge uncertainty. Like maybe we're doomed, but probably doomed.
Most definitely doomed.
Well, Anivia followed some creepy that one weird lady with Lenore or Lorraine into the stadium. What'd you find out with her?
Is it 100 meters tall?
100 meters tall, maybe.
Yeah, like a small mountain. Something that would shade a Teresk.
It was pretty big and had tentacles and mouth and blobby like a mountain.
No.
That was
No,
there
mine
while
didn't.
we were there?
What?
That was there while we were there? Ugh. Maybe we just don't show up tomorrow. Sleep in.
Maybe we should tell the people, like, our, don't we have like a drop off box or whatever, like a a drop
Range
point,
box?
like to like give them information that we have about imminent things
I think
from
so.
our, like,
We could have Anivia drop it off since they're so stealthy.
or I guess we could maybe just go there, like
Well,
go try to find like the headmaster, that one woman.
What are we gonna tell her though?
Well, we should probably not try to go to her again anytime soon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Especially with uncertain information. We could just give him a heads up that like divinations of tomorrow look bad.
yeah, but Anivia said there was like a
And there's a
death
monster in the
creature.
stadium.
I'm
I feel
not.
like the death creature thing is, pertinent information for sure.
I'm not going around telling people that my divination spells, they're only 75% accurate. At best.
That's good enough, I think.
Well, I mean, they gotta have their own divinators divinating all the time. Right?
You're right. The school has a prophet for the leader.
Well, but I mean,
Rough.
we know sorcery has invaded the school's faculty, right? They can be compromised.
My question is, who
Oracle
keeps a...
is on their side.
Yeah.
We did hear about the false oracle a while back.
Many things indeed. Is there information you guys wish to give the superintendents and the admin prior to the next day, or are you guys figuring that out still?
I think we should just drop off a letter saying that divinations of tomorrow look bleak and that a monster was sighted in the stadium.
Oh, they need to roll to see if they made the connection on the person I saw and the person they saw. I tried grabbing it.
Oh, okay. Give me insight checks, guys. I'm assuming that's Shio's.
Yep.
Yeah, you have no clue. Anivia, no clue. Doesn't ring a bell. Corinne? You think it's probably Lorraine, to be honest, since that's the one that they always talk about. Because I didn't give any color details. And I think we're just waiting on...
Yeah, I know Lorraine, so I could tell her, no, not here.
That's true. Seg, what do you got?
I assumed I was rolling for this because I went with his.
Insight.
I guess I could roll. Yeah, I'll roll insight.
Question: Could I show everyone the person who went into the stadium with a minor illusion?
Put the spell out. Let's see.
Like
Like a still image?
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
You're my only hope. Image of an object.
Under an image of an
It's
object.
like just like a picture of her head or whatever, or like the person who walked in.
Like an actual picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'll allow it. It's brief. I mean, obviously, it's like a quick thing, but it's like in this sense. What kind of sound do you have it emit, if any?
I mean, maybe like
Ta-da!
a crackle of lightning,
Okay.
as it
You guys just
crackles
see an image
alive.
of. Here, 1 second. Let me grab that for you. Oh, there we go. So voila. This is. Do you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I flash her image out of my hands. I'll say, this is the lady that you followed after, right, Anivia?
Yeah, that was her, right?
Correct.
Is
Yeah.
that the one I saw?
That does seem to have a pretty close image. Now, you only saw half of her face, but it seemed to match a solid 80% of this profile.
I rolled the numbers, and I'm also see an 80% match on that. But maybe we could beat her. Did you get any info on maybe where she is? Who she is?
He was at the auditorium talking to the creepy monster.
Ooh. Let's go investigate. You think they're still there?
I doubt it. She fed the creepy monster, and then the creepy monster receded back into the hole.
Did you talk to the creepy monster?
No, I didn't.
Is that its
speak
name?
Language.
Oh.
We
Evening
should
is
probably
coming
keep an
upon
eye
you all.
on her tomorrow.
Do you guys send a note or no?
Yeah, Shio, you're our conscious, right?
I think we
don't
should
know.
probably report something, like, especially if we messed up the thing since I was not present. I think we should like send a note of warning just to give them a heads up.
I
Who's the
don't think it would have helped if you
teachers?
were there, to be honest.
Who's the teachers that were at the thing that interrogated us?
The ECR.
Oh, you mean which?
Yeah.
teacher? Well, like who was which?
We should send a
teacher?
note to them.
Oh, to the group? You mean like the council?
Yes.
Well, we have a drop-off point for the derps. We could let them know about the divination and the monster, but that's probably all we can really do, just as like a warning.
I'll write down the divination if you guys want to write up the wording bit.
I could talk
Or about
to
the monster.
my good buddy Ambrose.
Yeah, well, we can each work in different parts, and I'll peer edit your part is because I know you like to ramble.
No.
Is the last
vision
letter
must
you
be
sent
pure.
me said hi and was followed by a really long equation?
I don't understand the problem.
Exactly.
I think you just don't like math.
I don't. I really don't.
I'm going to shock face at this.
I'm an
Who are
artist.
you? Artists like math?
You'll have to teach me to get to like it is, but
Geometry's pretty, man. What are you
I
talking
know,
about?
right?
geometry's the only math I use.
That's math, though.
I still don't have
See?
to like it.
Ooh. Makes your artistry come out to life. Follow the
I know.
pattern of nature and all that kind of stuff.
You hate nature.
No, I hate plants. Nature's cool. Plants suck, especially when they try to eat you or poison you.
Like is right now. Keep that needle away.
I second that. Nature cool, fuck plant.
But I am a plant. Don't hate me.
It's okay, Iz. You'll always have my friendship.
You're a leathery bird plant. You're all right.
Yeah,
So
leathery
the
bird.
evening comes to a close. Is there any last things you guys wish to do before the first day of the second year begins?
Other than dropping the note at the drop-off point, that's it.
Okay. You guys notice? Oh, who's taking the note? Who's dropping it off? I guess.
I was hoping Anivia could do it because they could probably do it a lot stealthier than anyone else.
You gonna ask Anivia, or are you just gonna hope?
Yeah, Anivia, do you think you could do it?
Sure.
Thank you. Apparently the drop-off point is, and I'll tell him because it's in the pamphlet.
It is about, let's say, half a mile away from where you guys were. In a small, like, it's not in, but it is along the backside of a small little, like, library storage room that they just keep really old context books or duplicates of inside. So it's not like a used library, but more like just a storage room for their supplies. There's a small little hatch.
Dead drop there.
Yep. As you head out to it, go ahead and give me that stealth check, and then give me a wisdom saving throw afterwards.
Oh fuck. Is it stealth?
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Nobody knows you're out there. As you get about half a mile closer, or once you get within half a mile of the drop zone, what do you desire right now, Anivia? As you're flying in the sky, what comes to your mind as want?
Like, what type of want?
Like what would be a desire on your mind as you're flying over to this, like in a personal Anivia thought, like what would be a pleasantry in which you would want or be excited for?
The blood of my enemies?
Who's your enemy in this image?
Anything that wants to fight me.
Okay.
There's no specific person right now. Maybe,
As you're
maybe
flying by,
Gavinesh, I guess, would be my biggest enemy.
okay. As you're flying by, you get to the dead drop and you look out toward the stadium where you saw that creature, that abomination of things. You kind of want to talk to it. For some reason, you just feel as if that bloodshed you desire is absolutely going to be there. Whoever your enemy is, they probably have them already. You feel entitled to continue, but you stop. You rolled really well for a wisdom save. And you catch yourself. But there is some odd sense of lure to the structure at this hour. Do you head back? Or what do you do? Are you muted?
No, I'm thinking. So I have you said there's an allure?
Like a lure toward you, like you want to go that way.
Oh,
You want
like
to go
a
back.
luring
Lure, yeah.
to
Sorry, luring, yeah.
to the amphitheater.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, did I fail the wisdom save? Is this what's
No,
happening?
that's
why
why
I'm
you're aware of it. But you still feel the desire to. Like, it's not like a save where you're being charmed. It's like you know that this is weird and not a place because of what you've seen in there. Now, had you not seen anything in there, you'd just be like, something's definitely in there and I want it, you know? But because of
Alright,
you
well,
experiencing such.
odd, and if it does something odd and goes back, even I go back to my peep. There you go. I'll just leave it to the dice. There you go. Even I go back to my peeps.
All right. You resist the desire, at least for now, as you break about a mile away. Give me an insight. You have no idea the range of this influence. You get back to the manor and you realize it is worn off. It is a late night. Is there any other discussion you guys wish to do before orientation the next morning?
All right, everyone. Let's make sure to get some good sleep, and because apparently we got Doom tomorrow. Yay!
I like being doomed. It gives us something to look forward to.
Oh yeah, it's wonderful to at least know about it beforehand.
Yeah, that could happen any between like now and 3 days from now.
And so we have all our potions ready. We've got. Make sure you prepare whatever spells you think would help. I don't know. But we've got this. We're the champions after all.
Oh, did you hand out the potions?
I mean, he's saying, I don't know. Did you, Shio?
I would have given them out evenly to everyone.
Okay. Then yes, you guys each would have a potion.
Oh, trade them to us. Trade them to us, Shio. Use the trade.
I don't actually have them in my inventory.
Hold on.
I updated mine already.
It's the greater, right? Yeah, you should be able
Yeah.
to drag
It
it
is.
from. You should be able to drag it from the items menu, guys, because it's already in there.
I just want to make sure we get those actually distributed because I'll forget.
Yeah. I get that.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of, maybe we should prep spells for tomorrow.
Supreme, right? That's what you said?
Say that again.
Supreme.
Supreme.
No.
Roll well enough for those, apparently.
Right. All right. 1 second. All right. So, you guys are prepared. You guys got your little packs and knacks and all that good stuff with your snacks and everything, heading on out. As you do, you see a letter for each of you presenting you your classes.
Do we do a rest or anything?
Yeah, you guys would have had a long rest. It's been a whole.
It's like we're just like going straight in. I was like, what's going on? Okay. I'm going to.
You guys are all presented a letter.
Do my thing.
It is your breakdown of your class. You guys, I'll release that on Discord after, probably tomorrow, and you guys can like assemble it outside of the core classes in which you guys are all mandatory to take together, which is the blue room, which is basically PE, as everyone who's been in there knows, and a new room added to your guys' schedule, the green room, which is a literature writing class that is run by Professor Sharpbeak. So there'll be some familiar teachers in which you guys may see. As such, you guys all know that immediately that you guys are to report to the blue room and green room today after orientation, and that is prepared to you guys by the ECR on purpose, so you guys have 2 times in which you guys can reconvene during the day in case things happen while you guys are away at other classes, etc., etc. As such, you guys head over excuse me, to the stadium or amphitheater. And do you find your seats, or do you guys wait for the others to fill up the stadium?
I think we should go early and get good seats.
Yeah, we should definitely go early, front row. That way we can help if there's help that's needed.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
front row seats to catastrophe.
yeah, the best place to be.
Okay. So you guys arrive early, ahead of the rest, and you guys are back. Dun, 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 dun,
We should all set up like shields and stuff.
You guys see many new students. Not so much as new, but students you guys weren't, I guess, fully so much aware of. You see this full-statured goblinoid individual who's like probably human size, and has almost all the aspects of a human outside of his red eyes, ears, and green skin tone. Oh, even their teeth aren't as sharp as that of a goblin's. A unique, interesting half-breed. You see a individual that almost has the same resemblance as Lorraine. The only difference is that she's of darker skin and her hair's a bit more of a like a, I guess, aquamarine. Maybe you guys can argue about it later when you see the photos. And she sports like a kind of like blazer like top, trench coat vibe modification that's like a lime green with leather straps and basic adventure attire. You guys then see the Loxodon, whom you saw with Lorraine previously. And you see a handful of other students. One particular student that catches your guys' eyes the most, I would say the bird folk or the flying folk, would be Anivia, Seg, and Iz, if you guys care at all. One person is walking a very human stature, almost like a kind of gun ho vibe, very worked out, built, buff, slender otherwise, and like a pencil neck kind of setup with the black hair waving out. Has Aarakocra like wings. However, on each point on the top is living heads of eagles that seem to react and speak to him in little caws and hisses, almost as if they were two sentient beings attached to this individual's frame. As he
Oh,
walks by,
that doesn't
is
speak
like,
of craziness.
excuse me, sorry. And he goes to scoot by you guys unless anyone wishes to interact with him.
I mean, I've seen weirder at the school. Should I be concerned? Shio, should I be concerned?
Nah,
Did
I
you
don't
say
think.
this guy was?
Here, let me.
Did
give
you
guys
say
a
this bird guy
description
was
real quick.
walking?
Yes. He's walking by you guys as he kind of scoots by. 1 second. Let me go ahead and drop some thing. It'll be in the Discord because the pictures aren't prepped for the server yet. Just give me 1 quick second to give you guys better visual. So this is the guy in particular stated conversation. And let's pull up the others.
All right, have fun.
This is girl. Then we got the Loxodon. Whoops. Goofed that one. At any time, I guess you guys can choose to speak with any of these people as they're kind of like passing you guys by. If one is ever so particular for your interests. We have a dude who looks similar to the individual with the wings walking by. That's more like a Princeton student vibe, but kind of Doctor Strange in his youth and handsome, without the goatee and the facial hair.
We're not the friendliest group.
No, we are not. Are we supposed to say hi to everybody?
No one seems to really interact with you guys so much as to say excuse me because you guys are all standing in the way, as you have not found your seats.
Are they upset we're building a fort?
All right, let's go sit down, guys.
Should we check for bombs?
Wait, I want to hear more about Iz's fort idea.
I know, right? We should build a fort.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we're talking. You know what we heard, what he saw.
Look, of course we're
if
gonna
that
build a
comes,
fort.
we're doomed.
We need like ballista and catapults if we're gonna have a fort.
Yeah, the battlefield thing wasn't for here. That was today was just kind of like a 50-50 on the doom scale.
Well, let's just take our seats.
I'll point in the direction where the monster was.
Okey-doke. You identify that the monster was like in a off staging area, like behind the main entry. You can point out there's a tunnel, but there's like it's closed. Like there's like a door barring it from actual sight to see the open layout in which you described, but they get the gist that that is the room in which said creature is. Anything else that you guys secure yourselves front row seats, though no one inquires for your assistance?
Maybe we should go invite out the monster before it crashes the party.
No, because then we'll just be blamed for aggravating it. We need to
Everyone
let
No.
things
Saving
fall
throw.
apart.
You need to work on your salesmanship. We saved everyone in advance.
Yeah, but they're all gonna say
Shio,
that
everything
we
is going
caused it.
according to plan for you. It is a perfect day. You don't want to jinx it, but everything is so good.
Oh, not this
You're
field
feeling
again.
great. Everything is wonderful. Everyone else needs to do me a wisdom save also, please.
Oh,
It's
boy.
this thing again.
You agree with Shio for a brief moment. Corinne,
It's a wonderful day.
you agree, you feel great because they feel great. Everything's going wonderful. There's a creature behind that door, but the door's closed. It's perfect. That's wonderful. that must mean you guys are safe. Seg, you briefly kind of feel at ease, confident, almost like what you want is just around the corner. That seat is gonna be so comfortable. And then as you look over, you see is almost with a discerning look, like a catch of the wind. He notices something. Then you too intensify, breaking off of whatever that sensation is. Your seat? What? Ridiculous. You it is. Don't fall for such parlor tricks. For whatever it is, you don't know from where. There's this odd presence within the entire area that now lingers, almost like a weighted blanket of air that is invisible to the eye. Anivia, you feel it again, but this time, you're called. You're called to the gate. You approach it. As you approach it, what would you do? You want it. You want to go in there. You desperately desire it. This is your calling. But how would you actually approach it as Anivia? The rest of you guys do see this happening.
It's just such a nice day.
It is pretty nice. Oh look, Anivia's going off for a walk. I noticed him this time.
Yeah.
Anivian is see that. No one else. Only Anivian is. I mean, only Seg and Iz are aware of Anivia's actions. The rest of you guys are so blinded by the success of everything. The fort that didn't get completely put up. It's all great.
Is he going up on stage? I look over at Seg and kind of befuddled that everyone else is oblivious. What?
Such a nice
I know
day.
I'm gonna try to go up there and what are you doing?
Is this a charm?
Respond, Anivia. It's not. Let me verify whether or not it's classified as a charm. But continue in the meanwhile.
Wait, don't go towards the monster door. I'm going to try to stop it with my immense strength.
It's
I'm
such a
gonna
nice
follow
day.
after Iz.
Okay. Anivia, you are free to speak your own mind. You just for sure know that you definitely want to go here. Like whatever other things come up outside of you saying this isn't right, which would not be something you say, you are free of your own body, so to speak. And to answer the charm, no, it is not a charm.
Okay.
Good question, though. Shio.
I guess
he's
I just
thinking.
scratch
Go
at the door.
Okay. You don't
No,
scratch at it. You
don't.
know how to open it. There's a handle. You can just
Don't open the
slide it
door.
open if you wish.
Don't open that door.
Is as small as he is seems to batter you and not do.
Well, you're telling me, do I open it or do I?
Yeah,
I mean,
you
how would
have
it?
at it.
If I'm not of my same mind, I mean, I don't know what you're saying at this point. Like, would I just
So
try
you
to
have a
get through
desire
the
to
door?
go into this room, but you can speak to Iz and however it is you like. No matter what you want to go in
Like,
this
is
room,
it
but you can speak
forcing me to
freely.
go through this room, like, and
It
open
seems
the
like
door correctly? That's why I'm
So,
asking, like,
okay.
because I mean, in primal, if I'm
To
in a primal
you,
nature, I would just be trying to get through the door
okay, so no, not a primal nature. To
primally.
you, it feels as if everything you guys are doing is proper. The door you're approaching is the door to the seats in which you guys are about to arrive
And
at.
I'm the
It
only
seems
one that
natural.
has to go there, though.
You're the only one that feels this impulse.
Even though I had better than other people's rolls.
That's yeah, that no,
All
that's
right.
unrelated. They're gonna have to deal with theirs shortly, but in the state in which this all happened, you come first.
Well, I mean, if I can't do anything, then I guess I'm opening the door unless someone stops me. I mean, you've made this decision for me. I can't do
No, you
anything
can
about
speak
this.
to Iz though. Like you can tell Iz like I'm gonna open this door. Like you can inform Iz of this desires that it is you want, but you just don't feel compelled to tell him this is wrong. Like if that makes sense. Like you're free to at least
I mean, but
communicate
I
with
don't
him.
know what I'm being compelled to do. You haven't told me what I'm being compelled, except for I just want to go in there.
Yeah, you
Like,
want to meet this creature
what
that's
what
got in
what
this
is
area. Like your desire is
okay?
to go
So
and
you
meet,
see,
like
you
see
didn't say
that.
anything that I want
I'm
to
pretty
see the
sure I had
creature.
mentioned it, but like nonetheless, that your desire was to go to this room and see it for yourself. For you to come into that interaction with them. Like for whatever reason, that's what you want.
All right. Yeah, I
Well, we're
gotta
not,
talk to the creature, I guess.
but we're not part of the show.
I don't. That doesn't mean anything to Anivia. So
Come on, yeah, get back to the seat. They'll bring out the monster on stage during the show or orientation, or whatever this is. Before
For
execution, I guess. I don't know.
for Seg, where were you staying with the others, or were you like, what were you exactly doing in position?
I'm just kind of confused by the whole ordeal, and I'm like hovering like a few feet back from this
As you
is
look around, you
Anivia
see
altercation going on.
things out of place, almost as if certain objects don't belong where they are.
Zach,
Hmm.
are you with me? You're flying. Something's wrong.
I go to
Yeah,
open the
something
door, I
seems a
guess.
little weird.
Okay.
I will try to stop him with my immense strength and tech.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a contested strength check.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Accurate. Accurate.
He
Um.
wins.
Yeah, I mean he wins. I mean, I don't know how this happened.
Sig, something's really wrong. I
His 0 beats a nat 1.
It does.
Is though you can't outsmart him, you see a lock and you quickly click it, click, and the door locks. There's like a little latch that collapses over as Aneva goes and can't open it immediately. Aneva, give me an insight check. As Seg, you see this going on. When I'm saying that you see things out of place, you're free to, go about your surroundings. You're not like incapable of
Seg,
thinking, etc.
Sig, help me. Don't let him open the door.
Um, all right, I guess I'll try to stop Anivia, although I don't really see the problem with opening the door because I don't think I was paying attention when you mentioned there was a monster behind it.
Okay.
What?
Well, then
What?
you are.
I
Yeah, I
told you
mean,
at the house.
Yeah,
Like
but even before we came.
like what? You weren't paying attention when we were all talking at the house?
Oh
Seg
wait,
sees
it's
nothing
this
wrong with the door.
door?
Seg is confused on what door that this guy's opening as he's struggling with the door. Seg, it now comes like a railroad hitting you in the back of the head. Like, oh, wait, this is a problem. Before you get a response, Shio, you're so excited that you want to hug Seg and celebrate with him on the way to the seats. Go ahead and give me a grappling check against Seg. Seg, go ahead and give me a contested check. Strength check.
Is it in athletics?
Yeah, if you're proficient in such. Seg. All right. Seg, as you try to move forward to help, and help is, Shio manages to get in your way as he's too celebratory to want to do anything other than get to his seat. Corinne, you
Seat.
two
Seat.
help
Seat.
Shio as you guys try to usher towards your seats. You don't even realize you think Iz and Anivia are ahead of you all, as Seg is the only one wise enough to understand the situation at hand. It's like at the moment you are considered being grappled, and in order to move forward, you'd have to break that grapple from them in some way, sense, or form. Otherwise, you are being pushed back actively 10 feet every cycle, so to speak, as you're moving further from the group. Anivia, with that 14, you hear in your mind this like some kind of similar communication in which you heard when you zipped out of here the day before. It's as if it's trying to speak to you, but there's clearly a language barrier in place. You know it's on the other side of that door. The impulse is now left to your own choosing. It seems to be trying to speak to you, but it is no longer trying to influence you on whether or not you do enter. You see Iz staring at you frantically. The rest of them are in the crowd behind you.
This thing wants to talk to me. Is
Seats.
Iz, give me an insight. See if he seems to make personal choice sense. Is reenacting the Puss in Boots.
Oh,
don't
gross!
talk-
It is.
To the star of the show.
I guess I unlocked the door.
All right, you pop the latch.
I will use my what is that called? Shapeshift, whatever it is.
Okay.
God, what is that called?
Wild shape.
Wow.
Thank you. Yeah. And I will turn it into the biggest thing I can. I think a gorilla is the strongest I can.
It's a common theme that you have gone with. I do have that available.
Yeah.
And it's
Just
a
make it
regular
easy.
size, not a giant, right? It's just a regular.
I will definitely take the giant if you're willing to give it to me.
I'm making sure it's not that one. I wanted to verify. Okay, so you turn into an ape. And Nivea, you see this. You've seen it before. You are of conscious. Do you interact with Iz any further, or do you go in?
I'm
Oh, I'm
Technically
going to
faster.
try to stop him.
I'll start to
Okay.
open the door.
Yeah.
Okay. You open the door. Okay, both of you guys, give me dexterity checks. Let's see who would act first.
You want to just do a normal initiative then? Since
Sure,
it's a
let
dex.
me drag you into one. Dun, 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 dun. Do you have control over the ape token?
I want to say I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
you
that's
can roll off of it,
that's
too.
probably your best chance. I mean, for me rolling initiative, that's fairly low.
You gotta go first as the ape, good sir. As such, you quickly what? Do you grab a Nivea, or are you doing something to hamper Nivea's progress?
I'm going to grab the door, hold it closed with my
Alright.
hand.
You run up front and you just
Is you're not gonna be able to fit into your
you
seat like
hear,
that.
Shio, you are distracted by the crowd. You're nowhere near them as you went further into the sea. Is you hold the door closed. Anivia, you see is confronting you. Is now in a wild shape that is part them, not part them. How do you wish to address this, Anivia? They are now in your way, actively.
Use your tickle claws.
Is there a crack in the door?
I mean, yeah, you could see like through it. I mean, it's not like a solid door. It's kind of like a put together kind of a barn door with a lot of eases between the lines. So you could see the pit from where you're standing. Okay.
That'll do it.
Before your eyes, he's gone.
What?
Immediately as you enter Nivea, you just hear this guttering.
I'm going to close the door after he went in.
I mean, you wouldn't.
Yeah, it was already closed. You're
The
holding the
door's
door
never
closed.
open.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
You
that's
wouldn't
Yeah,
have
you never
even
opened
noticed
it.
me go in. Like, I would have just no longer been behind you. It could have been
Um,
just me stealthing away, in your opinion.
So yeah, he vanishes, and as you enter, you hear this gurgling noise of such, and with it, almost like a welcoming, and then you hear like a struggling, welcome, and it calls out to you. How do you respond?
What do you want?
And then it kind of breaks back into a common fear, desire.
You want desire?
Fear and desire. You
I'm not
imagine
afraid of
others.
anything, and I don't have much desire, so.
You see two of the tendrils kind of come out of this this little hidey hole from above that you saw earlier. Just help, feed.
Help feed?
See the tendrils kind of open up into these mouthy maws that would just latch onto anything, similar to what you saw it do to the small parcel in which that woman left.
I
Is give
will
me a perception check
drop some of my
as your ape.
raw animal rations into its.
You see it quickly,
Perception.
just swiftly.
Perception is based off my normal stat.
Okay,
It's
then
based
roll
off
it off
wisdom.
yours. Perfect. Very nice. You see these tendrils out with this weird kind of toothy Venus flytrap-like maws on the two of them. No other sense of this physical being other than it dangling from the ceiling from somewhere that you can't see. You don't see a Nivea though. However, you do see this weird interaction. As such, it eats these things and it's just like not sustenance. The fear. The audience's fear.
What are you gonna do with this fear?
Power.
What are you gonna do with the power?
You see it, the two tendrils. And then you just hear display.
Doesn't seem
Display.
very good for you to display your power.
You get the sense that it's almost contemplating. They almost have this like weird tether, and then you hear everyone outside and the audience rupture with excitement, etc. Shio, Seg, and Corinne, as you guys just pop out of the cusp, Seg, go ahead and give me that roll against both of theirs, and you have to be in between to get a pushover. You have to be above both of theirs to get out freely. Corinne and Shio, go ahead and continue a acrobatics or strength if you're not proficient. And let's see where you guys go as the stage erupts with excitement.
Athletics or strength, right?
Yeah. Oof.
Oh dang, I'm really weak.
They sit your ass into a chair, and you are sitting between the two of them. They are ecstatic as they look upon the stage, and they just see it rupture to life. Just everything that wasn't there is now present. You see this entire like kind of satanic like structure up here from the ground below, like a.
Seg is proficient in athletics.
Oh, then give me an athletics. Like, I mean, it's his rolling. I'm not babysitting it.
No, well, that's why I was like confused. Like, I mean, like I was like, he should be proficient in athletics. I've played enough.
Seg, oh yeah, there you go. You tie. Now at this point, you manage to get away from Shio as Corinne kind of catches you off guard. Where you going? What do you do to get away from Corinne? Corinne, is there anything you wish to do to try to hold them there? As all
Starting,
of this
starting,
stage
starting.
is happening.
You don't want to go, man. You don't want to go. It's starting. Somebody's so cool. Where you going?
So give me a sleight of hand as you try to pull away. This will be a flat roll against the DC I set. Corinne holds your ass down as you try to pull away. You're just like, and then Shio's like, what? Don't go. And you guys, boom, sit his ass back down as you see before you a band come out. About a 25-person band starts playing beautiful instruments. You then see flames erupt from this weird kind of satanic obelisk that arise from the ground, and then you see this magical aura, like a ritual on the floor, just kind of embedding itself out. And then you see all the students just raving up in excitement. And then you see from this obelisk a blast of fire. And then the rest of it just magically appears there as this large structure of some kind of demonic like creature steadfast over the entire arena, but it is a statue. You then see one individual in heavy armor standing here. Oops, my little ping's not working. Standing here on top of what looks to be this raised ground pedestal, and they're fully adorned, and they hold this flame blade. I will allow all three of you guys to give me a history check. Let's see if you guys can identify this blade. Seg, give me that history. Yeah, perfect. Corinne, you know this to be a attuned opal blade. Not a
Oh
opal
shit, dude!
sword,
It's an opal blade.
Opal blade. This one is particularly finessed in ways of demon subduing. It is not so much a bane to the Jabberwocks and other creatures that was originally made with the sword, but they realized that the powers in which the opal manufactured magic infused into the item itself allowed it to be a demon-slaying weapon. As you see this individual wielding such a weapon, enlighten it with a light so bright as if sunlight was casted upon it. And he holds up the blade, and he starts doing a little reenactment. Before we get to that, Anivia, you hear this commotion going on, and you hear this guttering. It starts. Opportunities now.
Well, if you want their fear, you're gonna have to scare them yourself.
You hear an uproar in the crowd as there's just like screaming, and give me an insight check to see if you can just decipher if it's horror or excitement. You get that it's an excitement, as if some kind of uproar is going on, yet they're playing off of the noise in hopes of shaking you. They're noises I can produce. And you get the sense that he is somehow affecting this audience out there some way, some manner of sorts. But you know it not to be fear, though they are not aware of your awareness.
Well, like I said, it's not my horse, not my barn, man.
Very well. Enjoy. Give me a wisdom saving throw. What would you be doing after you see the tendrils disappear and no one in the room? You would do, I guess, yeah. You technically don't hear Anivia speaking out. Would you
No.
still be waiting at the door, or would you have gone?
I'm getting dick so hard, like 18
I'm
that rolls away.
going to run back to everyone else that's sitting in there, enjoying life, their spatial. I don't know, and try to.
Seg is squirming in his seat as he's. Are you still an ape?
Yeah.
You
I'm
see
gonna
it.
free
You
Seg.
see this massive ape, and Seg, you see that it is not. You recognize it as is. This is not his first time doing such, and nobody seems to care that a giant ape is just walking through the crowd, probably squishing a couple toes, etc.
I'm gonna punch you in the face and help free Seg.
Give me an
Man,
attack
this
roll,
is-
Shio. At advantage.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try to do damage. Let's do non-lethal to the face, a friendly punch.
You're an ape. I think that shit still hurts, but Shio.
Well,
you
this
just
is
feel
this is
this
true.
soft paw. You feel this heavy soft paw just poof like a sandbag just laid out on you, and you look and you see a big ape. You imagine it to be Iz.
Yeah, let's see if I punch you in the face. I'll punch you in the face.
It's a 13
Oh.
Shio.
I don't think so.
You hit the chair, jutting it. A disturbance arises. There's a giant ape, and they're all just like, "Oh, what? There's an ape here.
What?
Get out of the way! We can't see the stage." Everyone's kind of like booing the ape out of the way, and even you, Shio, are embarrassed.
I'm gonna try again. Seg, are you gonna try to escape, or are you just gonna sit there and watch me punch
You
him?
watch this ape just trying to pummel the seats before you, Seg.
Are you hungry or something, Mr. Ape? Is maybe? I don't. What's going on?
Oh,
You're fine.
I'm gonna
You're still
tell.
under the influence of this amazing event. Just ape is angry for unknown reasons. Seg, what are you doing?
I'm gonna tell Iz to back up approximately 15 feet,
Who was saying that?
and I'll
Seg.
Seg.
I'm going to sidestep. I don't want to get closer to the action.
All right. Well, when he's sufficiently away, I'm gonna cast the Thunder Wave.
Okay. And that affects everyone in a proximity, correct?
Yeah, 15-foot cube.
Okay. Corinne, Shio, give it to me. Give me the save.
Ooh.
Oh, I rolled low.
Shio, though, ain't touching this.
Shio, you're just like you're like stunned into your seat. You got like a little quick buzz zap, and you're just like whoop, stuck in. Where, or sorry, Corinne, Shio, you managed to resist it. I apologize for saw it backwards. As Corinne, you get zapped in and stuck. Then we have Shio, you managed to avoid it, though you do feel like a overcoming sense tingle, and you resist it briefly.
Come on, we're having a good day here. Take a seat. Watch the show. Do I have to roll another wisdom?
No. You guys you're already under the influences of such visuals. Um, okay. Well, you guys are having
I
a
just get up
commotion.
and start partying, or did the damage kind of shake me or anything?
It's like it like stunned you into your seat. So like though you're hyped, you're just kind of like locked in for a brief period until it wears off. As you get the tingle of your arms and legs waking up again, you can continue to move. Everyone in that vicinity, however, all felt it. There was a lot of like, oh, ah, oh, and then there's a massive boom, right? Yeah, like there's just this
Yeah.
loud in this particular zone. Anivia, that sounds like something going off. Give me another insight check. Let's see if you can decipher that as your teammate or any other possible commotion. Oh, Anivia, you there?
I rolled
Anivia
a
may not know.
7.
Oh, what? Oh, you rolled a 7. Oh, you rolled as the game master. How'd that happen?
How'd
No,
you do that?
I
That
was
was me.
rolling on the war room.
Oh, in the war room. Oh, gotcha.
Ah, I gotcha.
I'm outside. I just updated my character sheet, so
Gotcha.
I can actually use my character sheet.
All right. So, as such, yeah, you don't. You just hear another commotion go on, and it's just like now. You tell me, would you find this alarming to you at all, Anivia? As he's trying to force your influence, though you're now wise to it. There are odd commotions going on outside while you're still here.
I mean, does he seem like he's getting more powerful? I mean, he said he'd get
Give me an
power from
Arcana
it.
check as you linger in the area.
11.
Yeah, you just feel that weighted blanket, and then you hear this like gurgling sound, like a purpose served again. And then you hear like another gurgling, and there's like this like wad of like that same green like blob flying in your direction. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Gonna save on here. Let's see. Yep. 16.
All right. You easily step aside, similar to how the female did, and you see landing on the floor like a pool of what looks to be acid. However, there is something inside, laying within the pool, that seems untouched from whatever this substance truly is, almost as if there was some magical intent to it. Then you hear one more gurgling. Consider consolation. And then you hear this almost kind of dragging further and further away, as if it's entering some kind of pipe or metallic closing of sorts up above.
Okay, what does it look like?
And what's in the vial?
Yeah, the thing that's not.
It's like a
covered in bile? That's what you said?
small, yeah. It's like avoiding of all damaging of what the bile would cause. It's kind of like I guess the size of a lipstick container that has two parts to it. So I would assume be open, and it's of gold color, like a gold lipstick container. I guess would be the best way of describing it.
Guess I'll take it.
Okay. You pocket it. Boom. You don't do open it or interact with it in any other way. It seems to be fairly weighted for its view. You imagine it to be solid gold or metal or whatever substance it's actually made out of, but solid in the fact of quality. Right, you pocket that. You get the sense that you are alone. You hear the crowd uproaring again outside. Seg and you guys come blitzing in. Doing what?
I look over like, should we punch it kind of face?
That's to use.
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
That thing gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Do we see Anivia nearby, or did he already leave?
You, to be fair, Nivea, you would have. Did you break the Misty Form or did you stay in such? Because you said you tossed
I
Raptor
would
at
have
one point.
broke it.
So
Yeah, I would have had to
would
break
you
it to
be
do that.
walking out or would you be flying? I mean, it's
Well,
an open air.
it's locked, right? Like,
On the inside.
Oh, the door?
Yeah, but you could still like I said, it's like a Jiminy, door. It's not like like you can fit your way in on either end to go about accessing the door. And it technically it was held shut, not necessarily locked by the ape afterwards.
Yeah.
then yeah, I'd just open the door and leave then. If it wasn't
And
relocked.
you guys see Anivia sliding the barn door barricade open and exiting unscathed, unharmed. You see a giant ape with their backup Seg and two individuals still missing as the crowd blows up in wild.
I'm gonna grab his shoulders and look him over.
Okay, give me an insight check.
What
Seg
check?
seems to be fine. Insight.
Oh boy, here I go. Insight. Oh wow, that's the highest we ever rolled for insight.
He is him, and he is I, and he is all together.
I will release him and nod my head.
You feel this little hand holding you, thinking that they're holding on to you in a very tight manner, and then what kind of falls off like a paper in the wind leaflet, and then a nod.
Well, I'm a gorilla, so.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. You're still a gorilla. Just kidding. I was like,
Yeah.
I was trying to imagine this tiny dude just like, you're okay. You're right. You're a gorilla. Well, Nivea, you get the approval of Izape. And then Seg kind of lingering around, almost. I'd say Seg looks a little flustered. His feathers are a little on edge.
I'm gonna point in and then punch my hand.
What?
I'm gonna point in, and then I'm gonna be like, "Do we crush it?" Yeah.
Oh, like because he can't speak, huh?
Yeah. You hear like,
I just give him thumbs down.
I'm gonna give him the confused look, and I'm gonna look over to Seg.
looking for the second vote, Seg. Where do you stand?
I will try to make a thumbs up with my wing, ultimately fail, and make a thumbs up with my hand instead.
Okay. Now we have an ape with mixed signals. Beautiful. Anivia gave the sign that everything was okay as you walk in flustered. You see Izape look at you, and then you tell Izape yes. And now Izape, what are you doing as you now have a pro and a no?
Uh, I will freeze up and be confused.
Is wild shape concentration a skill?
Decisive?
I don't
No.
think so, huh? No. Okay. Give me a wisdom save anyways. You stay in that form as you contemplate all of your decisions. I was gonna say you have like a brain fart and poof, you turn back into Iz, but you are as you are, still the ape. On the outside, what's happening in the stadium that Corinne and Shio somehow now have popcorn in their hands and they've been enjoying, though they seem to be having an empty stomach yet still, though the taste and enjoyment seems to be present. You see that there's like this is a full skit of some kind of overarching past battle where this guy with the opal blade was going around and slashing down demons and only to come to this particular one. The name of such demon only goes by Hininian. You hear it, so none of you guys know how to spell it. As you guys are listening out, he's like, "An Hininian, you will perish to me." And then you hear like the beast mockery, like a kind of like speaking infernal, and then bursting out of a stream of flames, engulfing the hero.
What did it say then if it was speaking in Infernal?
You hear. One second. You hear. My kin will rise again. As everyone else is just like enjoying it, you kind of hear that echoing through the rafters down below to your guys' tunnel service area. And in such, the stream of flames comes and encompasses the warrior that has put up such a valiant fight against this demon on display for everyone outside to enjoy. All that's left is a pile of ash and the blade. Ting, 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 tumbling down the little cascade uh, podium in which the hero once stood as it hits the dirt. Almost all the dirt within the stadium rises, creating like a fog of a smoke screen of sorts. And then you see everything come to a calm. The excitement is over. The scene is no more. There is no more crazy heroes and demons present. As you just hear a ladies and gentlemen, allow me to be the first to welcome you to Strixhaven's legacy of the second year Historora, in which you will all learn what was, is, and can be true. An individual walks up, a female. The same exact female in which everyone keeps coming across. My name is Bill Hinian, and I am the second year class president, chosen by the third years based off of our repertoire, attention, and capabilities here on the campus. I want you all to know that we will be coming into the second year welcomed and excited. And there are many clubs that would like to have walk-ins and visits for others to come see what they're about in case any of you would like to join. During this announcement, Seg, Anivia, and Iz, do you guys find your way to your seats, or do you guys discuss anything below?
Oh, I'm gonna go back to the seats, but I'm gonna throw Shio out of his.
Okay, I'm gonna say that's pretty easy as Shio and Kurin are probably absorbed into all that's happening before them. Where are you throwing Shio to exactly?
Anywhere that's not a seat.
You are moved to a step. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage, Shio, as you feel an abrupt jerk of your physical body being yanked from your comfortable seat, and you somehow manage to catch your footing and find yourselves at the stairs. Out of your seat as the ape takes up yours and theirs.
I'm gonna be very upset.
Looking very upset.
How long is his wild shape last?
Oh, like 4
An
hours.
hour, 4 hours? How long is
It's
that?
ridiculous. Yeah.
If it's over
I'll
an
look
hour,
it up.
you're good. So I
It's
think
over
it's
an
at
hour.
least an hour, yeah. So
Yeah.
he's still in it. Um,
I'll
Seg,
just take a seat
Anivia?
next to Corinne.
Okay. Seg and Anivia, what do you guys? Do you guys go and take your seats, or do you guys do anything else?
I am not sitting in those seats again. I'll kind of
Someone
rally
else
up with the
decided they
party, but
wanted
I
to.
am not sitting
Okay.
down.
Okay.
I ask anybody if they have identify.
You guys can all freely answer this in the middle of this announcement. You hear this loud booming, though no megaphone present, loud voice of this individual before you as Anivia pokes in. Woot. Zing, adorable.
Nah.
Nah.
Sadly,
Abe kind of
no.
scratches his ass. I don't know. I mean, how do you respond?
Oh, I just did. I was gonna make
Oh,
noises.
got it. You got it.
Very grumpily.
So
Um,
no.
yeah, that was a pretty negative across the board. Let me say.
Dope.
As the announcements continue, you guys are told of the breakdown of the year, how certain groups are in special situations where they're meant to share classes. It does not seem as if the ECR is the only group on campus that does this. It seems to be a common thing in the second and third years, based off of the conversation being had. And Beal continues to discuss how any issues can come to the class president's cabinet or her directly, in which all of you are welcome at any time to our office when open during normal school hours and on the weekends during the midday for 4 hours only. Again, I appreciate everyone that nominated me and for those that chose me, and I hope that I will not let any of you down. I wish us all a great second year where we will not look at our past but at our future. And everyone uproars in excitement, and the assembly eventually comes to a wrap where it's just more or less murmurings, conversations, and like a social, massive social jamboree as people are exchanging information, meeting each other from across the areas, etc. As Shio and Corinne all of a sudden realize all the important things that happened that you guys were not present for. And you see your team present and before you. Would you still be in the ape throughout the entire assembly?
I'm gonna be very grumpy ape. Yes.
You, Corinne and Shio, find yourselves surrounded by a very grumpy ape and two other party members in their own whatever flavor of dismay they wish to be in, if at all present.
At least there was no explosion.
Man, I
I
can't believe it's over.
literally blew you up.
You did what now? I didn't notice.
I felt like I was so excited for so long, and then it's just I feel empty now.
They stand there before you guys, baffled. What do you all do? You guys do have a class schedule, but because it is the first day, you may take it in any order of your choosing, as it is the orientation round of classes. Now you are in an ape, but
I'll turn back to normal. I need to talk to them.
you pop back
Are you
into
done
normal
pouting?
form.
Is
No.
I'll toss you a bowl.
I am very full. It changes nothing. I'm very upset at your mental capacity to resist magical, like, affecting this.
Yeah, it
Long story
happens.
short, let's beat the ass.
You see that winged individual. Well, all of you guys see that winged individual with the two interacting eagles walk up to the group. Hey, uh,
I saw you
uh,
walking in.
yeah. Where is that voice coming from, guys? It's kind of weird.
Oh, you mean the eldritch horror behind door number 1?
He looks down. Are you by chance? They said you were small and puny, but I thought this one. And he points at Shio.
That's accurate for the moment. Just give it a century or two, and I'll be huge.
Okay. Well, you, I guess, were part of the Iron Lifter Society of Year One.
Yeah. Look at these biceps. I'm gonna flex.
Oh, that's don't pop a vessel there, buddy. Well, welcome to Iron Lifter Society Year Two, and you can bring your friends around. We're gonna have a little hangout, get together, show you the new facility in which you'd have access to. Um, we might have to ask what they were having you use at the. Yeah, just come by, see what you see.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, your
I can almost
number,
lift a bar
and
without help now.
there we got those there, so you should be fine. Awesome. Whew, all right, everyone. I, um, yeah, Ruin Zelen. I'll catch you guys later. And he like walks off.
He seemed real weird.
Everyone's weird at this school.
As he's walking away, anyone who cares to look in his direction, the eagles are like watching you guys.
Can you put the
Yes,
names
go
of the
into
last
my
two
soul.
Hmm. 1 second. Whoops, that's totally wrong. I spelled it all wrong. There we go. All right. So it was Bilahinian, which was the announcer, the woman, and Rule Zalin, which was the individual that you guys just walked up to, which the winged America.
Thank you.
As such, so is you are invited to the Iron Lifter Society facility for the second years, so that's a option for you guys. Furthermore, you guys have a lesson, a pop lesson in the blue room about aquatics and aquatic creatures, and then you guys have a writing literature lesson in the green room with Professor Sharpbeak. Those are your three options at the moment.
I think they wanted us to do the derp one. Which
The
had
blue
a-
room, isn't that the one that we have for our group purposes?
Yeah,
Blue and green, right?
Both. Yep. So it just
Okay.
depends on which classroom you want to go to first. You guys have been to the blue. The green is new.
Let's go to the green, guys.
all right, let's go.
You guys head over to the green room. In doing so, you walk into a very simple, fashionable interior. There's luscious green carpets on the floor lining the seats to give this theme of growth along the walls. It seems as if a couple students are already inside, and you happen to know them. As you walk in, you see Mina.
I have no vision.
Ha.
I can see my token, but nothing else.
There we go. Boom.
Oh, there we go.
I can see everything.
You see Professor Sharpbeak off to the side, waiting and seemingly checking into a room here. You see Mina, Lorraine, and none other than Shivardi present in seats as they all look at you, almost as if you're late. Though no such thing exists for today, they still have this judgy visage upon the group as you enter. You may take your seats when you're ready.
Weird how she's in all our classes.
You
There's gotta be
paused
like
it.
a. What am I doing? I don't use chairs.
You guys hear the talons of Professor Sharpbeak scratching at the floor as they kind of pace in place. Are you sitting there, Seg, at this table? Or were you purposefully standing on this side? Seg. Nope, lost him. He's dead. Seg disappears. And Nivea, you choose to sit. Seg has fallen into a cone of silence as Lorraine has prevented him from speaking,
that a chair?
unbeknownst to him. Say that again. Inside the room, that's a study room.
Man, there's some pretty terrible seats. They're both evil.
You hear. When all the students sit down, Hoot, I can continue our opening. You hear like a scratch on the ground as her talon kind of nervously goes across. As Seg sits on the desk in like a egg catching chicken. I'm just kidding. However it is you choose, style, whatever. She goes, very well, class. Who knows penmanship? Do any of you raise your hands?
I would raise my hands.
You raise both your hands, okay. You see Shivardi, Lorraine, and Mina all raise their hands. Nivea, what are you trying to do? Finger gun?
Trying to write.
With their wings.
Yeah, I won't use my hands. I'll be trying to use my wings.
You got like this, like you drop the pen as it like kind of like it slides off, and then you just hear like a snoring like wow, as Lorraine off to your left hand side sees that and bolsters a concealed giggle. Class, Professor Sharpie continues. Let us all learn a little thing here. It is not the way you write it, it's the intent you have when you lay it down. We will be learning the basics of our ritual casting. Who here cannot cast any form of magic? She looks around the room. Are any of you guys incapable of magic?
I think we all have it now.
Okay. Very well. Then you all understand the attuned focus you must need. Basically, if you did not have any magic abilities, she would just give you like a vessel to attune to that'll permit you the necessary energy to feel that the ritual is going correct. Now then, allow us to begin with a circular glyph that will have 3 points and a segment in the center. This will identify home. I need all of you guys to give me a sleight of hand check as you guys go to scribble out the assumed design she inquires on. Oh, we got some stud students going on over here.
Was sleight of hand for everybody?
Yes.
Plus 11, and I have. This is one of the worst.
All right. Shiz, you did not expect this class to be this hard. It's just a circle with a couple little triangles, and it just mathematically it's wrong. Okay. She's asking you to draw
circles of infinite points.
An inaccurate, like, design, basically, the way she describes it to you. Shio, you just have no fucking clue what she's asking of you. Anivia, you look over at Corinne's and manage to get a little bolster up as you're on the right track. It's not as neat, but definitely further along than Shio and is. Corinne and Seg, you guys killed it. I don't know why, but you guys killed it. So, not too shabby going in from the start. So we got 2 fails, 2 passes, and a cusp. Let's see where we end up. Very well. Now let us continue. Beneath that, I need you to write down the verbiage in which one will say. Now, hear me and depict it as you believe it to be done. This is important. Deciphering a spell or a ritual just by sight and audible noises will be able to empower you in the sense of defense or quick thinking when in the need of such skills and style. And she goes on to talk. Now, if you guys want to write this down the best way you can, like type it in the chat, I encourage it. Otherwise, you guys are just going to be confusing yourselves with a bunch of telephone after. So, I advise, as I say it, literally you guys like type up whatever it is you think is being pronounced. Okay? There is a correct way, and it's going off the pronunciation. So whatever you guys write won't matter, but that'll at least give me an idea who's closest based off of what I'm seeing. So, she goes. Ara, Adam, Rufier. Ara, Ada, Rufier. She just starts walking around the class. She repeats it a handful more times. I need you guys to go ahead and take your moment to type that in the chat in your own spell out. And then you guys will give me performance checks.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
Oh, not too shabby. Very good, guys, across the board. She walks up as she's seeing you guys all writing down. She stops at Seg's desk. No. It is not Ura Ada Urufie. It's Ra Adan Rufie. You just start over and scrap that one. She quickly grabs it with her talon and rakes it across and just tosses it into the bin below your desk and pulls out a new sheet for you. Again, Ra Ada Rufie. She starts pacing around and looking at everyone else's work. Very good, Lorraine. Ah. Pronounce it for me, please.
Rada Rufier.
Very well. There is no E, but otherwise, splendid. She continues. She looks over Shadari's work, nods accordingly, sees Corinne. Please, announce it.
Dan a Rufier.
Right. Not too far off. She continues down to Mina. Splendid. It's as if you knew the words. She winks at her. Comes up to Iz. The circle will need some work, but the words are right. Very good. Goes up to Shios finally. Ah. You definitely have a way of pronunciation. Say it for me, please, as she starts heading up the stairs back to the main platform of the room. Go ahead.
Arada Ruthier.
Perhaps a little bit more on purpose, but otherwise not too shabby, class. It seems as if you are all getting it this time around. Very good, only one fail. Not too shabby, guys. Came around that one. Now, to finish this ritual off, we must cast it. Who understands the value in time when it comes to casting rituals? Anyone?
No ritual cast, so I have no clue.
Do we need to roll Arcana to know this, or do we actually just, if the player knows?
If you could raise your hand and attempt to answer it as a character. She's just waiting for a volunteer.
I'll
just
go.
Describe it as Shio would describe it. Even if you didn't know what it is, do it in as Shio layman's.
So basically, you need the time it takes to actually cast a spell in addition to, I think it's 10 times that, in order to cast it as a ritual and not waste any of spell energy.
Well, you should really understand values, because that told us nothing. She goes on to the next student. Shivari, how would you describe the time it takes to cast a ritual? She's like, of course. One should prep accordingly and make sure they have enough allotted time to cast the ritual that they should be, one, familiar with, and two, have done before in the privates quarter of the one's study. One shall never cast a ritual in the wild without knowing how long it might take, due to inconsistencies and hiccups. Very well said, Shivari. She walks back to you, Shio. You see, it is not just what you understand about it, it's how it's expressed individually. Had I told you to do this ritual and I stopped you, you'd say it was my fault, yes? But it isn't. Your job was to do the ritual. So now, everybody, let us see if you can complete this ritual. Go on. Everyone go ahead and roll me an Arcana check. As you guys all interact in your own way with your own work before you, this ritual.
Bizzle.
Yeah, it's not a Nivea's night.
Anivia. as you guys go to finish your ritual casting, both of your pages light up and shrink so small that it looks like a little sliver of Listerine were left in the center of your guys' desks. You immediately hear this letting out, like, disappointment. Well, class, there's always some who... Wow, Mina. You see that on Mina's desk. Hers, too, is out of sight to the plain view unless one were to get close enough to examine her desk. She just looks shocked, and she's just, like, looking at the rest of you all. That never happens. I'm sure... She just, like, is embarrassment and just, like, flusters and holds her head down. It would seem as if not everyone was
They
perfect.
sure look like mine. Wait, Mina's did that?
Mina, yeah. You go to Lorraine, and Lorraine's like, "Ah, as if it ever would." Huh. You see hers actually looks
Why do
like...
yours look like mine, Mina?
She just looks down and scowls. Just go away. Just stop.
Remember
She
when you
knocks
were
down her
mean to me?
oil as if to be busy, and she just like leans down to try to pick it up and be busy about it.
I'll help her
Lorraine.
clean up.
Okay, you go down and help her clean up. There's like an awkward under the desk moment. As you just, man, you know what? She knocks that oil down and you catch it before it spills. She goes down looking for it, but you're so quiet and so fast about it. She's just like confused, and then you go down there and you're like holding it, like, is this what you're looking for? And she just looks at you kind of like, what the hell? What do you want?
I just wanted to see how your project went compared to mine.
Well, it would seem as if they were similar, though I'm sure mine is still larger, so you should go fix yours. He probably needs more help. They look the same, but the rest of you guys, technically, Shio is the only one who succeeds, as a small little locket made out of brass appears before you and has the shape of a lipstick. But it definitely looks to be a purpose of a locket of sorts, as there's like a missing chain but a loop opening on it that would allow such a chain to pass through if you were to add one. And you see Sharpbeak. Ah! It seems as if though you cannot explain it, you can express it. Not bad. This is called raw talent, students. Let us change that raw talent into something more. The rest of you either got a shrunk, shriveled piece of paper before you, or nothing at all because you did something wrong. Let that be today's lesson. Good day. And she just walks off into this room where there seems to be two individuals, and she's just like, oh, orientations. And then you hear the door shut. You see Lorraine pack her stuff, and she's like, typical. Mina, never thought I'd add you to the pool of people. And she ganders at all of you as Shivardi keeps to herself and just also walks out. Mina just gruntles and murmurs
Hey,
beneath
Mina.
her breath.
You'll get it next
What?
time.
Yeah, whatever you say. And she just walks off all pissed off. And they leave.
I go look at what Shio got so I can see the difference.
It looks to be very similar to that in which you acquired from a pool of bile. The only difference is yours is missing a keychain hole.
Mine's solid. Minus
Do
the
you, like,
ability to
try
open
weigh
it.
theirs?
Yeah, sure. Shio, can I see your item?
Yeah, no problem.
I pick it up.
Outside of the color being a bit of a different tint for whatever reasons, the weights almost match. Yours is heavier, though.
Alright, thank you. But it has the same separation.
It does seem to have the same groove as you compare them side to side. Outside of that little niche in the back, like, I guess, let me see. I can do a little
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
description. So basically, I'll do it over here to the side. The groove would be like this, but then there's like a little key notch that would be keychain notch that would be right there in the center where Shio's is and yours isn't. Yours is flush. The rest of you guys, what do you guys do at the end of this class?
I didn't think they'd teach us the first day.
Enjoyed it.
I'm not a big fan of using external magics. I'd rather use my own.
I like external magics because I'm free to use my magics when I need it. And
They're
besides,
both
you can
very
do
good
some
points.
really cool stuff.
Not flash, you know.
You guys see a slew of new students slowly walking in as you guys are kind of lingering about.
Oh,
Yeah.
time to run away.
For me,
Are we?
it says game paused. Does that same for everyone else?
No,
No, it's not
it's
paused.
not paused.
Okay, I'll just refresh then.
I guess we're going to the blue room now.
The blue room or the iron lifters, your guys' choice.
Go to the blue room.
My poor frail bones. Blue room, please.
Your poor hollow bones. Oh god, he blinded me.
You guys walk into the ever non-elusive, very familiar, same interior, blue room. However, the voice at the end of imagine this place full. I just didn't put any tokens.
Do you actually hear?
Yes. As you guys walk in, you see that the professor here at the blue room is none other than Ambrose. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to, I guess, share the knowledge of aquatics. Who here likes to swim? Seems real blank.
Izzo raise his hand.
Thrilled. Wonderful. How would you like to fit in a vat with a giant shark inside? What is your survival rating, sir?
How big, shark?
Well, it'd be a giant one.
40%.
That's higher odds than many. I look at
That's
this
because
room
I
and
can
I
turn
see
into a
many.
shark.
Interesting. I see that many of you wouldn't know how to survive the moment your foot touches water. So today's lessons will be about aquatics. But first, tell me, what aquatic creatures are my relevant students aware of? I look across the
Fish.
room. A couple people raise their
Krakens.
hands. You yell out Kraken. And Nivea mutters fish after like 20 other students say fish also. And you just see Ambrose just rub his eyebrows for a moment. Krakens,
Yo, can I-
fish,
Whales.
Dragon turtles.
whales, dragon
Can I
turtles.
roll a
This is
history
true
check?
thing. Yes, absolutely.
Elementals.
Because I came from the ocean.
Oh, well, then yeah, actually, you would know right off your butt would be. I guess you'll know them when I tell you them, but you could list a slew, and then he'd be like, yes, yes, of course, of course. So many of those things. Yes, those are all in such bodies of fluids. Yes, but today I have captured. Sorry, I have acquired 4 species in which we will study. First, we will begin with the most common controlled, a giant shark. See primal instincts. They are very simple-minded beings. And then we will step it up to a water elemental. See how the water itself can be used to kill you. That in which you are in is the body in which you must hurt. Then we will step it up with a newer, more profound type of water elemental known as a Myrmidon. Excuse me. That of you who is of nature, of living at such places, would know, Sug, that these are a bit more, I guess, like elite. They are skilled in defending, the deepest depths of elemental layers. If you gone that far, then I mean you're pretty deep. I guess would be the term used in the sense of you coming into contact one. And then when you hear the next one, it kind of puts you in a it's a fable, it's a myth. You've never seen one, but you've heard many, and you've lost even your friends to such things. A Morkoth. He goes, we will study a Morkoth in person. I have acquired a vat big enough to sit it there and make it less hostile, we will say. We will need a group of volunteers to go through the trainings and the skill courses. Is there anybody who is interested in volunteering before it becomes a mandatory choice? He looks across the room. Anivia raises their hand.
I'll raise my hand.
You. Anyone else? Oh, wonderful. You. Another individual raises their hand, and then you see.
I'll raise
Go ahead.
mine, but kind of
Well,
fearfully.
Are you shaking like a floating in the wind kind of thing, or are you raising your hand to volunteer? Small.
I'm afraid of being lit on fire again.
We will be in the water.
That doesn't
Right.
stop fire.
You're right. It does not stop fire. But at least you'll be in the water. That's the most comfort I can offer you, sir.
It's a difference than land.
Yeah, true.
Very well. You will be included. And, you. Yes. Our president of the second years. Bill, is it not? And then you hear in the back, in the corner over here. Yes, Bill. Indeed. I will volunteer. Sounds intriguing. I've always been profound of pools. He's like, very well. May I get you all to the study hall? You guys all know that that is just the room next door. Boop. I think placing you guys here is safe. We'll find out. I mean, no one's falling it. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. You guys appear inside what would be none other than... What the heck? There's something else in the way. I did the wrong thing. Shoot. I deleted the wrong thing. 1 second, guys. I'll have to fix it. I actually deleted the map, not the cover. Well, the reveal is done. Boop. And then boop. And then boop. You guys all ended up in the water dead. No, I'm just kidding.
Except Shio and Corinne. We're safe.
This is expected.
I knew to be extra cautious around this professor. I wasn't about to ever
You guys
offer
find
myself up.
yourselves in yet another arrangement here in the blue room of 3 vats with ladders going in and 2 of them having a rock assortment coming out. The vats probably go about 10 feet down into what is a solid pool of water. You see Ambrose stand over the biggest one and he goes, "We will switch out what's present in this one, but we will begin with the shark here. Small fellow is, if you would not be so kind to assemble yourself upon one of the rocks."
No.
Before you go out there, I'm a class bless on myself, and Corinne.
Okay.
I'm not doing
So,
anything. I'm a
yeah,
spectator.
Yeah, you get. It doesn't matter.
Oh,
Just
right.
cast it on you.
Then I'll cast it on Seg since we're not rolling very well, and Anivia got double 20s.
As
Hey.
Ambrose goes, wonderful, wonderful. Yes. Can you do like a noise or something? Something to draw the attention of the shark.
Is he talking to Shio?
No, he's talking to who's on the rock.
I don't know if I want to.
Yes, just keep that up. Your voice will vibrate within and hit the ripples of the water, letting them know there's something on the surface. Keep going.
Fish. Can I just use an animal to do it? I can summon a shark. Shark can fight the shark.
We have one here. Don't worry. There it is. You see the fin. You guys all see in the pool. This very large shark that is very capable of eating is in a single bite. The rock you are on is about 6 feet up from the water. So you are not in any immediate danger, though no one knows how high a shark can jump. It does not seem to be doing so at this moment, as it is just surveying the area. Didn't. Now everyone.
It's eyeing me.
The giant sharks have a unique way of frenzying when they smell blood or get even the taste of it. The trick is to not get injured in the first place, or if you do, take only bludgeoning damage from getting hit by the nose, the body, the fins. Though it's been told that the fins can be serrated at times due to unfortunate upbringing of the shark's life, it is common to stay at the tail end of it. Though it might hurt as much, it at least won't leave you bleeding and letting the shark get opportunities against you that you'd rather not have. Now, if you wouldn't mind jumping to one of the other rocks for me. And I do mean jumping.
Jump. I'm gonna wait for the shark not to be in the middle.
You see the shark wading through.
Yeah, let's go this way. Yeah.
You see, there before us all, the shark sees nothing. However, you see Ambrose kick like a little pebble. It lands into the water. You see the shark just rush toward, not necessarily Shio, but toward, the rock in which he stands on, due to the fact that he heard something in the water. You see, there you have it. If it touches the surface, however, it leaves one wanting to not be on the receiving end. So let us be wise to not enter the pools of such a beast. You see him snap his fingers, and then almost like a jerk of attention pulls from the shark, and you see it going off into the steep swells below.
This is gonna let us sigh of relief.
We do have more to show, and we will do that next session as we get to the Morkoth and the water elementals and what it is he's going to offer you in knowledge and education. Otherwise, I think that was a pretty successful opener for your guys' first day. No tragic accidents other than Shio getting tossed from his seat. And I mean, and maybe you just had a friendly conversation. I mean, I think everything went really smooth.
I was waiting for Doomsday.
I mean,
Expecting to have to use all my spell slots.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to come up with like a tinfoil hat for everybody.
I thought I'd have to use a Misty Step twice in one session. That mist form.
But you did. The worry is over. At least you know the answer. You guys will learn what a Morkoth is. Seg, you can look it up if you wish to, and hold on to that information and add it into rumors and stories if you want to gossip about it with Corinne. And I will pop into Discord tomorrow with a little list of things that you guys can sign up for alternative classes, so we can keep track of what you guys progress in on the university side of all the adventuring. Otherwise, you guys got anything for me?
Nope.
No, I'm good.
Nope.